Hello, everyone. It's Yogi here. I hope you're well. It's Wednesday. Yes, it's the festive stitching Wednesday. I know this pink fabric is back. How annoying, isn't it? I mean, Yogi is such a tease. I know, I know. So today is our Christmas stitching. For me, anyway, you can stitch anything you like that's festive. And if you're not stitching anything festive, I have to ask, why? Why not? Okay, so come along. Well, if you're stitching, I'd love to find out. And I know quite a few of you are stitching the same piece as me, and those who are new to the channel or to the chat, and I'll show you what we are stitching today. Okay, so Wednesday, festive stitching. This is what we're doing. This is one of the three Christmas houses. There's 1, 2, and 3, and this is number 2. Okay, and we did a group vote on the chat and also on Facebook as well. And this one came on top. Everybody's favorite, and some of you are maybe stitching number 1. I haven't come across anybody is admitting a stitching house number 3. Some of you might know why that is. So number 2 is a favorite, and that's what I'm stitching. And can you find anything more Christmassy than this design? I don't think so. It's got everything. It's got reindeer. It's got Santa, Christmas, and Father Christmas, and it's got a little squirrel at the front door, and it's got the trees and hollies and everything, and snowman as well, and on top of that, a panda. Okay, the creature in question today. So this piece is from Artecy, which is, if you're not familiar with them, they sell patterns. Christmas cross-stitching patterns, and they've got plenty of lovely patterns, and they're well charted. This is the only pattern I ever got from them, and so far so good. Beautifully charted. And this is not an illustration, this is the actual mock-up composed with actual stitches, so it's beautiful. Okay, now back here. Okay, so in terms of the progression, okay, so this is the mock-up as well, and I am going to show you in fact, I'm going to show you the numbers later because I need to show you where I am, okay? Get the sequence right. You don't want to leak anything before the actual moment, okay? The sort of money shot is coming up. I know, yeah. Well, being a YouTuber, okay, sometimes I just need a little bit of extra, like clickbait, okay? Sometimes I'm feeling like the stitches are just not paying attention. So I need to get your attention. So in order to show you where I am right now, okay, I need to show you where I was last time. And those of you, quite a few of you, I can see your names popping up there, okay, and I'll say hello one by one in a bit. And if you were here last week, you know what happened, okay? So I came up with plan A, and then went for plan B because the plan A didn't work very well, and then I ended up in plan C. And this is where I was when I left you last time. And so what was happening was, if you look at the darker stitches toward the middle and the bottom there, that was where I started. I did a panda start. And if you're wondering where the panda was, let me show you one more time. This is where the panda was. And this is slightly to the left. So I picked the center start and then moved to the left and, gridded my way there, hoping for the best. And I think in terms of location, I'm pretty good. And then I started stitching with full cross there. Single strand with DMC, and then it didn't go very well. It started to get really jammed, so I continue with full cross, but I moved slightly on a high location, one row up, you can see there's another blob there. I decided to go for row by row because the stitches were starting to get slightly tight. So I said, well, row by row should be safe. And then I continued with that. It went well for row 1 and 2, but by the third row, you can tell that I kind of gave up, or maybe it's row 4. It's all jammed together. You can tell the threads weren't very happy, and the fabric wasn't very happy. Okay, so finally I went for plan C. Okay, third time lucky. I think plan C currently is working well, and I'll let you decide, okay, once I show you what's on my fabric. I know, what a tease. And yeah, so you can see the top and left border there. That's where the window is. Let me show you the view again. So this is where I am. And Panda is kind of in the middle, and I started to sort of stitch the panel, the I think it's burgundy color panel there. Okay, and let me switch back here. I need to explain to you what has happened so far. So what you're going to see is going to make sense. All right. So I decided plan C was to go for a single strand, 10 stitches. Okay, I didn't want to do that in the beginning because it feels the stitches were a little bit sparse, but I listened to the veterans, aliens like Nikki and some of you in the chat telling me that 10 stitches will be okay, and I switched to CXC instead. So it's slightly fuller in coverage, and we can talk a little bit about that to see how that fares. Right, so this is where I was when I left you last time. So a little bit of crime scene left over in a middle bottom there. And then plan C starting from the borders and the top and the side. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to zoom in a little bit so you can see it kind of, you can see the comparison a little bit more. Okay, let's, this is... So either it's going to go really well or you're going to go, nah, well, is that it? Okay, so let me switch back on one time. So this is where I was, okay? So I'm going to keep this view as I slide off the fabric underneath, okay? Slow review there, burlesque style. And I'm moving my pink fabric away. All right, are you ready? Okay. Thumbs up or down. Let's see, let the chat decide whether this is a good progression or not. So where I was with week 1 that you're looking at, and are you ready? Now, this is where I am today. Boom, dun, dun, dun. Round of applause for Yogi. Okay, sympathy or cheers, it's up to you. And this is where I am today. So last week I didn't have a panda, so I had to remove all the stitches here. Let me show you. Just flip forward, right? All the crime scene I have to remove, which was slightly tricky because 32 counts. Did I tell you this was 32 counts? That's why it's so tricky. My first 32 counts. Even removing the stitches was, quite tricky. Oh, round of applause from everyone. Yes. Yes, no one is heckling me just yet. No one's going thumbs down. Yes, thumbs up. Yes, keep it going, keep it going. Yes, I have a panda. And then I filled up a little bit of the Christmas tree as well. I've been working hard. When Yogi is not on streaming, she keeps working. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. I'm happy to hear that. So, what a relief. Yes. So, the 10 stitches seems to be working. Okay, we can talk a little bit about that. I have a couple of concerns, but so far so good, isn't it? So yes, thank you guys. Yes, so this is where I am. And let me zoom out just a little bit so I can put my needle minders on. That doesn't look too bad, does it? Yes, so Of course, I need to have a little elf to help me. A little cupcake. We needed power snack. Okay, little cupcake here. And let me put the needles on. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Yes, I was a little bit nervous because last week was very iffy, wasn't it? I was looking at the end product last week. I was thinking, oh, that's the work of the 3 hours. That is not very, it's not going very well, is it? And so today, yeah, moving forward, I think this is working. Do you not think? Yes, and Nikki says once you fill in, it will be fine. Okay, we can talk a little bit about that because Nikki is very experienced with 32. This is her go-to, fabric counter. And for me, it's brand new. I've never, seen a fabric the 32 count until this one. Okay, so let's come back to this in a bit. But of course, I want to thank you all for being here. As usual, let's start from the top. Let's see the top 3 people, people reported to the chat here. Okay, let's have a look. Who have I got here with me today? First of all, our alien captain, Sarah, who's doing a 48-hour marathon, I ask you. And Sarah says, oh, today's quote from Sarah, of course. By giving all you have, you become all you can be. Round of applause, as usual. Beautifully said. So short and so effective. Going to miss most of today's live. I have physical therapy this afternoon. I hope it's a routine therapy session. I hope everything's okay. I hope it's not a result of the marathon. Okay. If so, take it easy. Take it easy. You've already won. Okay, Sarah. There's nothing to prove there. Thank you, Sarah, for today's quote, and hope the therapy is going well. And also we've got Miriam. Hello. Says everyone, I've done 110 stitches on my summer Christmas house. Oh, so Miriam's doing the summer Christmas one. Okay. And heading off bed. I think Miriam's probably, I'm guessing, if I remember correctly, in Australia. Enjoy your day and happy stitching. Thank you, Miriam. Sweet dreams, sweet dreams. You can watch replay. And here we've got Rajal. Happy Wednesday. Hello, everyone, she says. Welcome. And great to see Rajal here. And we also have Lona, welcome, and Clara as well is back with us, and Alison Rennie, wonderful to see you, and Jackie as well. Jackie, are you happy to see what I've done here today? Let me know. Yes, and Callum as well, and we also have Simone in the chat. Welcome to the chat, and Amira as well. And Chloe is also here with Panda, and Christmas tree. Very themed, amazing. And Natty is also here. Good to see you. And Beth as well. And Betty Lou Taylor is back with us. And Leslie McLean. And Suzanne is also here. Says hi, Stitchy friend. And Sarah VM, good to see you. LKC as well, welcome back. And Suzanne, my love, is here with me today. And Alandria as well. And Henny S, good to see you. And Busy Mom, hopefully she's not too busy today. And Nikki is also here. Yes, I see you. And let's have a look. Oh, let's see. Is Kelly new in the chat? Welcome. We welcome our new people coming to the chat with a little highlight here. So Kelly, French, welcome. And we also have here, Lona is here, and Diamonds as well. And Monique is also here back with us. Says hi Yogi, cross stitchers. And Wendy Lee as well. Hello. And Claudia, welcome, good to see you. And Heather House as well, happy Wednesday. And Michelle Fuller is also here. Lurk mode activated. Yes, you're allowed to lurk. Thank you for saying hello. And here we go. Thank you everyone for encouragement. And who else have we got here? Let's have a look. Scrolling down. Oh, Leisure. Is it I tried last time and failed. I'm going to fail again. Is Ligda Hello from Netherlands. Please tell me how to pronounce it. You can spell it out so I know. And hello. And Karen is also here. Karen Sutherland and Clara. Clara. Oh, we have multiple Clara, don't we? So we've got Clara, Aureliano. Aureliano. Welcome. Oh, so good to have you. Yes. This piece I've been sort of secretly working on whenever I had some time, and it's strange because even though there's 10 stitches, I've done 10 stitches for other fabric counts. This one just feels quicker. Maybe because the stitches are so tiny and I just kept going. And also because in terms of the actual physical real estate is quite small. So my eyes, they don't have to wander too far. So maybe because of that, it just feels faster. I don't think I spent that much time. I just, day to day, when I have a few moments, I just take it out and work a few stitches. And it seems to be going pretty well. And Donna Mary has joined us. Welcome. And so I'm really enjoying it. So I'll talk to you a little bit of some concern I have, and maybe you can ease my worry. It's really worry. But before that, of course, I have not showed you the actual numbers because I thought, well, then you'll be able to guess my progress, which I don't want. I'm sneaky like that. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the percentage and whatever else that's attached to it. So from here, in terms of percentage, you can see upper left where it says progress is just under 1%. It's not bad. And this is not massive, supersized piece, but isn't by no means small. The total number of the stitches is 22,000. Sorry, yes, 22. Hang on, yes, 22,000. Isn't it? Am I reading it correctly? It's not 200. No, 224,000. Oh dear, I just missed one digit there. I thought, no, that doesn't sound like a lot. And 224,000. Okay, so it's not massive, but it's medium size, and this is the large version as well, by the way. And the number of colors is 93, just under 100, so it's by no means small. And from here I'm going to create a sprint. Okay, I do this every single stream, so it captures every single stitch I'm going to make for the entire stream, and but at the end of the stream you get to guess what I've done, how many stitches I've done. We play guess my stitches. All the regulars know. And if you don't know what it is, and stay with us, all will be revealed. So here we are. And while I was having my monologue, we also have Grace Houston joining us. Yogi, your project looks so good. Thank you so much, Grace. And who was that person? No names, Jackie, asking me if I was throwing this piece into a fireplace. And I love the fact that she checked beforehand and asking me if I had a fireplace. Otherwise, she will probably suggest some other, household devices where I can burn this project. But look at me now, Jackie. Hey, who's burning their project? Is it 6 portals or is it this beautiful Christmas house? I don't think it's a panda. Panda is not going in the fireplace. Okay. And Kelly is also here. Kelly says, hello everyone, I'm stitching on my Christmas project. I put photos in the Facebook group. Wonderful. Yes, please update us on the Facebook group. If you haven't joined our group, go join the group. Okay, you see exciting progress of what everybody's doing, and Sarah's marathon updates as well. I'll ask you, 48 hours. And Marsha is also here. Hello, good morning, Australia. And guys, let me know what you're working on, okay? And I'm taking a sip of my freshly brewed coffee. Oh, it smells so good. It's been begging me to drink it. And if you're snacking on Power Snacks, I need to know as well. Oh, Sarah is here. Sarah, are you back? Sarah says, therapy on my shoulder, routine stuff. Good. I've completed 25 21 hours and 4,032. Let me highlight this. A lot of numbers. 21.5 hours and 4,000, over 4,000 stitches so far. This is our Sarah, okay, the captain of our alien club. She leads the club. She keeps all the stitches, alien stitches, in order, okay? And because of that, she needs therapy for the shoulder. Well done. I'm glad it's a routine thing, and I hope everything went well and you're feeling so much better. And let me take a sip of my coffee. Oh, so good. So good. I know it's evening in the UK, but I routinely drink black coffee. Can't beat that. Can't beat that. Power drinks. And guys, let me know. So Amira says still working, doing my jellyfish, but my next one I order, a dragon, arrived on Monday, and I'm hyped. Oh, a dragon now. Is it jellyfish and dragon? There's a pattern emerging. I don't know what pattern that is, but there is a pattern emerging. Okay, and let's get warmed up then. How's that? And today, every this is Wednesday, festive Wednesday, and every other Wednesday, I give away some free membership for 1 month. Okay, so if you like to and join the lucky dip, which is essentially what it is, the YouTube decide where the free memberships go, then I'll give you a quick instruction on what you need to do on your end in order to be eligible to receive it. So you need to give consent, and I'll give you the instruction in a little bit. And for now, I am going to start warming up these little hands, okay, and get going. The panda does not wait. Panda does not wait. Okay, so let's have a look. Let me see where I should be going today. So I've been doing a combination of just looking at where I want to go, but also the inversion as well. I like to invert my colors here and just pick one because, you know, the Christmas tree at the back is very confetti. And for some reason, because I'm doing a very free cross country, it's not too bad at all. It's not too bad at all. So far, so good. So here we go. I might start, instead of the confetti area, I'm going to pick an area of a color that's got a few stitches there. So I get to warm up a little bit. Okay, it's a bit like an exercise, class here. So here we go. I think I might go for, let me have a look. Maybe I'll work on the border here to start with, right? Let's get warmed up there. And there's this symbol here. It's got quite a few stitches. And it's strong color as well. I like to start with strong color. It's just easier on the eyes and get the eyes warmed up as well. So here we go. So the first color, so I'm working on the 32 count, okay? I can't believe I'm working on 32 count. And 1/1 with CXC. So 3834, 3834. I do have one threaded already. 3834. It's a dark purple here. So this is where I'm going to start. And oh, little panda. Yes, here we go. Right, so I am going to start here. Let me revert it back here. Oh, hang on, I picked the wrong one because the inverted view instead of picking. Okay, I forgot inverted. Hang on, let me review the color choice. 3834. These ones have already been stitched. 3834. Let me just have a look. I forgot that I was in the inverted. Oh, so yes, I know this one is good then. 550. One of my favorite colors on DMC palette. 550 is a purple as well. 550. 550. Yes, and give me a little wave if you're working on this piece with me or one of the Christmas houses. Okay, give me a little wave here. I just want to know how many of you are working on this piece with me or the houses at the same time as me. Let's have a look. Oh, I think I've got the incorrect needle number. I need a smaller one. I'm doing single strand, and I'm officially a little bit short on the 28 needle, but let's see how it goes. Oh, we've got Nikki working on it right now, and Natty as well, and Chloe as well. Marsha says, I bought the spring house. That counts as well as one of the houses from the same artist. Yes, the artist is called Steve Crisp, if I'm correct. Alona as well. Clara Arellano. Yes. And also Grace Houston. Grace Houston says, I'm doing the puzzle on my iPad. That's a bit random, Grace. Not only she's not doing the Christmas house, she's not even stitching. I ask you, Grace. Yes, that sounds like fun. I play puzzles on my iPad, well, on my phone, really. I do a little bit of a Candy Crush. It's so addictive, it's scary. Here we go. And this game, Candy Crush has been around for a long time, isn't it? But I only recently kind of picked it up and play again. It's literally like a different game. Because a few years ago, everybody was playing Sugar Crash. I play a little bit, but this time it looks like a different game. All the levels, it's beyond recognition. In a good way, it's like a fresh game. So here we go. I am going to start with this color, 550, and start from here. So my only rule with when I start a new color is it has to connect to at least one stitch there. So this is where I'm starting from, okay. I'm gonna start with a boomerang start, just anchor this thread down. It's a really nice fabric. It's not too soft, even though it's 32 counts. It's got a fair amount of structure to it. Maybe still quite new, so the starch and everything has not worn off yet. But it's quite nice. So, you can really feel the stitches when you do it, because sometimes when the fabric is very soft, you can't feel very much of the feedback. But this is very nice. So here we go. And also it's got a slight green tint as well. This color is called sage green, and it looks a little bit darker with naked eye. But because of the lighting, it's washed up a little bit. And the reason I chose color fabric is following you guys' suggestion that it would probably create a little bit more contrast when it comes to sort of paler colors like white, a lot of snow in this piece as well. But I have to say the contrast hasn't been as great as I was hoping for. But at the same time, I didn't want the fabric to be too dark. I want it to be, I think dark fabric might be quite hard on the eyes after a while. And also for darker colors as well. So it's kind of, it's good. It's got some contrast if you look at the white area around the panda. So let me warm up, okay? I'm gonna come to the chat in a little bit. Sort of multitasking, multitasking here. And Kimberly has just joined us. Kimberly says, hi everyone, I picked up my Christmas house again today and it's going better. Oh, picked up the Christmas house as a project. So yeah, I think you know, new start is always tricky, isn't it? Particularly if you're trying something new, and there's no guarantee where it's going to go, despite the fact that I did do some test stitching. But I think from now on, if I ever do test stitching of the fabric I've never tried before, I'll actually pick an actual block from the pattern. Because what I did so far was generally just stitching the same color and fill in the blocks. And even though it gives you some idea, but when you actually stitching the actual piece, you can't really tell how the fabric is going to fare when it comes to color changes. And this was a prime example. You know, I did test stitching. If you haven't seen it, I can show you what I did. So I did this. Whoops, let me turn it on. Yes, I did the DMC CXC. It's looking very thorough, but essentially what I did was, even though I tried the two-tone, thinking that might make some difference, but ultimately I'm doing single color. And single color stitching is very, very different when you have some color changes. You know, the fabric start to get, you know, build up, sort of bulk up from underneath. And things are getting, you know, a little bit trickier. So from now on, if I was ever doing testing, and I'll suggest that you do as well, just pick a block. It doesn't have to be high confetti area, but just enough to represent what actual stitching would be like. It will give you a much better indication, I think. So I'm doing the border on the left here. Donna Marie says, good choice, Marsha. Okay, so it's responding to Marsha, so I'm going to bypass that. And Kimberly says, I had it in timeout. Six says, sometimes I just dive in to a comment with no context, so I have no idea what's about, unfortunately. So Six says, hello, good evening, and welcome, Six, and good to have you in the chat. And if you're working on, I don't know, maybe non-festive pieces as well, please share as well. Okay, I won't judge you, maybe just a little bit. I may be interrogating you. Why you're not doing Christmas stitching? Hey, why not? And the tension for the fabric is really good, so I'm very happy with that. Right. So I want to talk a little bit about the coverage, okay? I understand that when you look at 10 stitches, kind of loosely like this, yes, they look quite sparse. But with this one, I don't know. I'm using CXC, so it's kind of the better, it provides better coverage comparing to DMC, for instance. That's what I use for the first start. But I just want to draw your attention to the panda a little bit, okay? So if you look at the white area of the panda, the stitches kind of, you know, if I don't tell you I'm working with 10 stitches, you probably can't tell. This the white area kind of provides very, you know, semi-identical coverage that you probably would have with with full cross. But the darker stitches is a little bit tricky. So the body of the panda here, you can literally see the slashes here, even though the area is pretty much filled up. This is a completed area here. but I can still see the white gap there. So I do have a little bit of concern there with darker stitches. I've been warned about that because some stitches said 310, for instance, is notorious for lack of coverage. And I think it's happening even with CXC, not just DMC. And I can, maybe when I wash the fabric, it's all going to be okay. But as I'm stitching, I am slightly concerned about the coverage of the black stitches and all these ones as well. So if you have any reassurance you can give me. I know Nikki does a lot of 32 counts, but Nikki is always using the gridded fabric, isn't it? So I don't know whether that makes any difference, whether that somehow the stitches look fuller. But ungridded one, at least this one I'm using, somehow it feels slightly on this, loose side. So that's really it. Otherwise, I think, it's lovely to stitch and I'm really enjoying it. And I think this bit, if I zoom out a little bit, you probably, I won't be able to see the shape of the stitches that much. It's quite tricky because with 32, you really left with very few choices. I tried full cross, even with DMC, it just wasn't really nice to work with. All the stitches start to get really jammed together. And they didn't look that good either. Not just, hard to stitch. It didn't look good. Hey, Joyce, good to see you. Joyce is so glad I'm still welcome. Stitching on traveling library. Controversial, Joyce. No, of course you can stitch whatever you want. Maybe I'll just laugh at you a little bit and question why Joyce is not doing Christmas stitching with us, Otherwise, oh, there's a little bit of something poking out there. I don't know what that is. Oh, I don't know what's happening there. There's a white thread coming through. I hope it's not the fabric. Janine says, maybe you should do 2/110 on 310. A lot of people did add a thread. Really? So it's not going to look out of place? Because literally you're doubling the amount of thread over each stitch. Because this, it does look a little bit sparse, whereas white looks fine. And even the orange stitches, if you look at this area, it looks fine. So I don't know what's happening with 310. And those are dark. These are not completely 310. There's some blend of other colors, but they all look a little bit, away from each other. 6 says, I'm not stitching tonight now. In bed, will fall asleep with Yogi's soothing voice soon. Yes, I'll keep you company, and you can listen to, all the comments from everyone here. Sweet dream, sweet dream. And 1/1. Yeah, I would like to know. Maybe I'll do well, the thing is, if I were to do kind of double amount of thread with over the black area. Essentially, I'm going to run into the same issues I had when I started this piece, because when I started with this area of the panda's body as well, and I think it was kind of okay, but you know, the stitches started to get really tight. So I don't know what the solution is. With 32, you know, I'm sure maybe there's some aliens out there doing 1/1 and be really happy, but I wasn't happy stitching it. Let me see what's going on here. There's some thread poking through there. But otherwise, it's quite nice to stitch. Nikki says, my drinks on the beach is almost done and I will wash it, but it's 3210. Okay, yeah, that'll be nice. So Nikki, when you stitch that piece, I think that piece doesn't have a lot of dark stitches, dark colors. Maybe you can report back and let me know whether washing the fabric at the end actually makes difference. I'm sure it does, because the fabric will probably shrink a little bit and realign, you know. And I'm aware at the moment, you know, this fabric is drum tight as well, so it's quite stretched. That probably have something to do with it as well. But it just, you know, as I'm looking at, you know, the fabric, it does trouble me a little bit. This area at the bottom, for some reason, is a little bit dense, which is quite mysterious, because I'm pretty sure this is 310 as well. So I don't know why this. Oh, you know what? You know what? Could it be? You know, when I started this piece last week, I started with these dark stitches, and I did full cross, didn't I? So maybe I stretched the fabric a little bit. Do you think that's what it is? Because that's 310 as well. That looks kind of okay. But this area, the stitches just look a little bit far away from each other. Could it be that because the fabric had been stretched a little bit by the full cross? Who knows? Clara says, sometimes CXC 310, 939, 154, all dark colors are rather thick in coverage. But this is CXC though. So I'm just thinking whether that area of the fabric was stretched by my previous larger stitches. Not larger, but fuller stitches. Oh, Alandria. Alandria is also stitching on Traveling Library. Oh, nice. Yes, that piece is so beautiful. Alice and Randy say, still working on Good Morning. Oh, the one with the little nose, little cow nose, so cute. Yes, Alison is pioneering the nose start of this little cow with like a really thick fringe. It's really cute. Janine says, here's what I would do. Go back to 25 or 28. 32 is a nightmare. Janine, don't say stuff like that. And I'll suggest you try again. I'm enjoying it. And for some reason, it feels faster. Don't tell anybody. I want to manage the expectations. I don't want to start to, you know, I don't want you to think I'm stitching fast. But for some reason, even though I've done 10 stitches on different counts, this one just feels kind of fast. Maybe the stitches are so short. It just, you know, just easiest to stitch. You should try it again, Janine. Do not throw it in the fireplace just yet. Because I really wanted to do something different with each new start. You know, it's part of the stitching experience, isn't it? Because with 25, I know it's going to turn out beautiful. 28, I now know it's going to turn out beautiful. But 32 was brand new to me. And I needed to know, you know, whether there's something for me. And I'm going to like it. Last week, by the end of last stream, last Wednesday, I wasn't super sure. I wasn't giving up, but I was thinking, oh dear, what have I done? But now I'm a lot happier, a lot happier. And I think I just keep going and I enjoy the process. That's the most important thing. If you don't enjoy it, it doesn't matter if it's going to come out beautiful. But I'm enjoying it. And I think it's going to come out very nice. And 10 stitches obviously is a little bit faster than full cross. So that's a bonus as well. Oh, Nikki says drinks on the beach has dark colors as well. Lakika, hello. She says, hello, stitchy friends. Mostly lurking today. But I thought I'd say hi, yeah. Even if you're lurking, come forward and say hi so Yogi knows that you are there. Really good to see you. Okay, there's one stitch missing with this one. 1, 2, 3. And even though the stitches are clearly smaller than 28, for instance, but I can clearly see the definition between the threads. I think that's important. So it makes things a lot easier. One. That one. So Nati says, Yogi, I think it's because of your frogging. I may have stretched it. I'm kind of thinking now, you know, looking back, this was the area I did most of the frogging. Not so much on this side, lower part here, but yeah, this area was where I had the full cross. Because if you look at this bit, it looks fine. So, and that bit as well is not too bad. It's somehow this area, it's a little bit iffy. So hopefully that's gonna just correct itself when so for the Heaven and Earth Sal this year, like Nikki's doing drinks on the beach. What do you get at the end? Do you just get the remaining charts? And is there any bonus thing? I understand there's no mystery charts for this year. I'm just wondering what the rewards are. No, you finished it. And let me finish this color and I'll give you instruction on your device to receive the free membership. So I've got a few stitches to go. So every other week, I give away 5 memberships. So these ones, 2. Am I in? I'm not even looking at the correct blog. Seriously. Where am I exactly? Oh, here. All right. If I look up to check, to have a look at the chat and look down, I literally just don't know where I am. That's how bad this is. So hopefully it's going to go well. Because my plan is up to Christmas, my goal is to complete this panel of windows where the panda is. But now I'm feeling slightly more ambitious. Maybe I get to finish this panel and, you know, I can move to the surrounding area. Who knows? I'm going to regret saying this afterwards. Here we go. So I'm going to move it back in this area here. And I love working on different fabric count every day because it keeps your mind quite flexible, because if you're looking at the same type of fabric all the time, that's how your eyes would read the fabric and interpret the fabric. Whereas if you change it up every day, you just have to be quite flexible. And also, you know, how you stitch as well in terms of the tension is I find myself kind of just readjusted accordingly. So for 14 count Ada, obviously, I apply a little bit more tension to my thread. But with this one, it's super light. It's really, really super light. And 28 as well. You have to be, you know, quite gentle. Grace Harston says, also, you're looking so close at the project. When you stand back, you won't see the gaps in fabric at all. Yeah, I suppose. Even if I zoom out a little bit, you probably can notice. You know, it's less noticeable, obviously. So I have to stand way back, way back. Like, that is very true. So I'm aware of all, you know, these factors. So hopefully it's not going to be an issue. It's just as I'm stitching, it kind of, you know, kind of slightly concerned. Nikki says regarding the Haid Sao, she says you get all the other charts and one free chart from the website. Okay, so you do get one free chart, but it's not a mystery chart, correct? So I hope it's a nice one. I haven't heard about that one, but I hope it's a nice chart. So you basically go in the SAL knowing what you're going to get. I think that's probably better, even though mystery chart sounds interesting, but you know, I'm just worried that it might be something that I'm not interested, I don't like at all, and then I'm gonna get really disappointed. Let me have a look. Let me finish this one, one stitch. And then I'll give you the instruction for your device there. So I'm going to do a boomerang here. And this one, I am going to go this way. Lovely. So I'm 550 going back to my needle bore there. So I've got a needle bore for 1/1 CXC here. So I am going to just zoom out a little bit. So every other Wednesday, I'm giving away 5 membership. Okay, so I am going to show you what you need to do on your end in order to make yourself eligible to stitch. So let me turn that off here. So what I've got here, let me show you. Let me see if you can see it. Okay, so what I've got here is I'm looking at our stream right here, and so it doesn't matter whether you're on desktop or desktop computer, or whether you're using a device. It doesn't matter. So if you look at a live chat wherever you are, and look down at the bottom of the chat, you should be able to see a $sign there, and that's the super chat normally where you go, and you tap on that. You should get a menu that give you 3 options, and at the bottom is membership. Okay, so we're focusing on the membership here, and tap on the membership, go in. So this is the join the membership panel normally, but instead of doing anything down here, go to the 3 dots, tap on the 3 dots. Okay, and at the very bottom you should have an option that says gift membership settings. So this is what you need in order to make yourself eligible to join the draw. Okay, so gift membership, you tap, and there's a little button there. All you have to do is to give consent to YouTube to go, yes, I'm happy to receive the membership if I'm chosen. So just flip that open, because if you don't, it won't go to you. And also, if you don't want a membership, I don't know why you wouldn't. It's lovely to be in the club. If you don't want it, then turn it off. So the membership will go to people who actually wants a membership. Okay, so you can make the adjustments here, and I'm gonna leave it maybe for 15-20 minutes, and we'll do the draw together. Okay, so you've got some time to sort it out, and if you have questions, and you can just ask. So this is all you have to do, and just double check if you have done it last week or not last week, last time, and you can just have a little check. So I don't know whether you need to reapply, or is it something that's, once you have it on, it's on. So just double check that. Okay, so I'm going to come back and work on the next color, and then we'll do the draw in a bit. Susan says, move to the teddy on the bed. Oh, Susan, it's almost like our minds are connected. Okay, so that's my secret plan, but don't tell anybody. Okay, it's between you and me. That's probably where I would go, Susan. Hush, hush. So let's have a look. I'm gonna just pick. Let's have a look. Maybe somewhere in the middle here. That looks quite attractive. Or maybe I'm not quite ready for air stitching just yet. There's some lighter colors there. But maybe somewhere within the Christmas tree. Let's have a look. Something festive. Oh, this one looks good. All right then. Yes, because I was quite worried about the Christmas tree being so confetti, but now I'm doing sort of, cross country quite loosely. It doesn't seem to be so bad so far, because I'm just wandering around and just stitch on them wherever they are. 905, 905, 905. It's a green. So 905. Nice, nice. Nikki says, I'm gonna get one of the new Amy charts. So I'm presuming that you're joining this week as well. Nikki, the way the speed you're stitching, you can probably get a chart in a week. Because you only need to stitch one page, right? And you get an Amy chart. Then you can get it and you can tell us what it is. See you later, Kelly. Chelsea says, I really hope I'm lucky this week on the draw. Yeah, it's randomly chosen by Nikki. Just make sure the setting is properly set up. And we have a new member. Yes, we've got Lona. Lona is joining us, the Yogi Squad. So, guys, you have one less person for competition for the for the draw because Lona has joined. Yes, welcome, welcome. And so here we go. I am going to start from here. I think it's here. Oh, hang on. So there's a message attached. Lona says, love winters and working same project as you. Oh, lovely. So Lona is working on this piece as well. Amazing. Welcome, Lona. Let's move over here. Nikki says, I did all black for the sweet shop too. 32 counts. Hang on. So, Nikki, you did 310 for sweet shop on, was it 28 counts, right? Did you restart on 32 and did it all over again? Have you really? Because last time I checked, I thought you were doing 28 count on that piece. And Chua, hello. She says, I just dropped by to say hi. We still don't have electricity. Why not? What's happening where you are? Sorry, I don't know where you are in the world. Why don't you have electricity? You're in the US, right? What's happening? I hope you're well. I hope the mobile phone is still working. If you don't have electricity, that's scary. I remember during COVID, it may have been 2000, maybe 23 or 24, and we were London we were still in lockdown, and my area, I don't know, this whole London or maybe just my area, had a power cut. It was very scary because at that time everybody was housebound, and then everybody was relying on internet connection and electricity to keep things going, to buy groceries or have the internet. And suddenly we had power cut, and it lasted for a little while, maybe only for a few hours. But I remember, feeling really panicky because All we had at that time was internet connection. And without electricity, no connection. And I think it wasn't cold, so at least the heating wasn't a problem. But I remember I was panicking. It just felt so isolated. Because no electricity means no internet. And even though the mobile phone might be working for a little while, but that's if you have the batteries, right? So I hope everything's okay where you are, MM. Claudia says for 2026, hey Sal, if you complete your project, you don't get to choose any chart from the site. This year, there are 3 charts you can choose from. Hang on, that's not how I understood it. Claudia, I thought if you complete your project, like an entire piece, right, you get all the remaining charts. That was my understanding. Are you saying you can only choose 3 of them from the chart, which is correct? Because last time I thought I finally got it, and I thought I think there are 12 charts, right? And you choose one to start, so it means that you get the remaining 11. That was my understanding. Is it not correct? So with this one, I think I'm gonna. Oh, should I end it? Oh, never mind. Let me just take the thread over. I'm slightly more liberal with the thread under the fabric thing, because a lot of times I rather stop and end the thread and restart in another location, so I don't have to take the thread underneath too far. But this 32 counts is actually not that far away, so I'm being a little bit more sort of less strict about it, because I don't want to build a bulk and have floating thread everywhere there. Oh, Nikki says it's 32 from the beginning. Oh, was it? For some reason, I thought it did 28. Or maybe that was quoting room. Okay. And have you gone forward doing the second color? I remember you were picking 4 colors that's got most stitches. Chelsea says northerners snow storm this week already. And Ring says has some 60 plus mile per hour winds, too, in the northern US. Not a lot of trees. Oh, wow. It's a hurricane type thing. And Chua says we got super typhoon a few days ago. I'm in Southeast Asia near Australia. Oh my goodness. Super typhoon. That sounds scary. Typhoon is scary enough. A super one. I hope everything's okay. Make sure you're safe, okay? And report back to us so we know you're all right. That sounds scary. Because sometimes when electricity is down or Wi-Fi is down, at least you have the phone, mobile data still going. But if that runs out, obviously it needs to be recharged. I mean, the house since then, since the lockdown period, I have multiple backup batteries. Always charged. And if the electricity ever goes down, at least I have a couple of, batteries that I can use to recharge the mobile devices. Because, otherwise you literally just have what you've got there. on your mobile phone. So this one I'm going to and very nice. 109, or do I want to do the other 2 stitches? There are only 2 on the other side. I'm going to do it. I'm going to just take the same thread over to the left, to here, just by panda. It's a green one on top. All right. Just 2 stitches here. Claudia says, if you complete 6 pages, you get the remaining charts. If you finish your whole piece, you also get one of 3 additional charts. But you can't pick any chart from the side for the final one. Claudia, for a moment last time, I thought I understood the entire system. Now it's added complication. Why do they make it so complicated? Why can't I just say, hey, do this, you get that done? So people like me don't have to struggle with it. So, hang on. So Lona says, Yogi, I'm doing 1/1 full cross on 28 and it seems bulky to me, but I really don't want to restart. 1/1 28 shouldn't be bulky though, Lona. That's my favorite at the moment. 1/1 full cross. Are you using CXC or the other one? CXC or DMC? Because DMC might be slightly full, because I did that for the quoting room. I switched to DMC and that's fine. Also, I'm working on that project with gridded fabric, which is bulkier. That's why I love the ungridded version. It shouldn't be bulky. Maybe you need to switch the thread if you're using CXC. Hello, Mandy. Good to see you. Oh, Lona says DMC. That's interesting. And are you stitching on ungridded or gridded fabric? It does make a difference, Gridded fabric is quite nice. You don't have to grid, but it's bulkier. So it really depends on what you're doing there. Whoa, this stitch looks a little bit iffy. This boomerang. One more stitch. So this color is done. 905. And take a sip of a coffee. Okay, Roxy says, hey, Sal, 2016, complete 1 page, you get Amy Stewart chart, and 6 pages, all cell charts. Okay. Finish charts, pick one of the 3 charts. Which 3? So all cell charts, so 6 pages within that initial piece that you choose from, you get all cell charts. So when you finish the chart, which is, probably greater accomplishment comparing to 6 pages, You pick one of the three charts from where? So that's my confusion. Because initially you have 12 to choose from. You choose one, okay? Complete one page, you get the mystery charts from Amy Stewart. You complete 6 pages, all the remaining charts from Seoul. And when you finish the entire chart you choose from the start, right? You pick one of the 3 charts from where? That's my confusion. What 3 charts? I don't know. My brain does not really cater to understand the system like that. Have mercy on me. So Natty, let's have a go with Natty's explanation. Let's see if it makes sense. Natty says if you finish one page, you get Amy Stewart. Okay, I agree with that. I understand that bit. If you finish 6 pages within the initial charts that you choose from, right? You get all 12 charts, all of them on Seoul, all the Seoul charts. If you finish the entire chart, you get Amy Stewart, 12 charts plus choose one of 3 charts they selected. Oh, so there are additional 3 charts that you get if you complete the initial charts that you finish. But what do you know which 3? Do they tell you? Because the other day when we review all the Seoul charts, we didn't see the additional 3. It keeps extending. Oh dear. I think I probably my brain just gives up. Just go, okay, whatever. You just get the whole lot. How's that? Just do anything. I don't care. Betty Hankins, hello, says we have a generator because our power goes out often and up to a week at a time. What? Where do you live, Betty? No home address, okay? No home address, just general area. I'm just curious. Maybe quite rural. Trees fall, get taken out. Wow. Yes, I can imagine that if you live somewhere that you know your power system cannot be fixed very quickly, then you probably need generator of some sort. In London, it's pretty quick. In London, is if anything goes down, they do get to it like so quick. But at the same time, it really depends on what the issue is. You could take a few hours, and a few hours, for me, it's like eternity. Because I'll see you later, and take care, okay? And report back when you can, so we know that you're okay. That sounds scary. So Lona, you're using DMC ungridded 28 counts. It shouldn't be bulky at all, Lona. That shouldn't be good. Are you accidentally stitching 32 without you knowing? You just go, wow, stitch is so small. It's actually 32 counts. Right, let me pick one more color, and after the next color, we will do the draw, okay? So make sure you get the setup ready, and I'll show you the instruction very quickly after this color. If you missed the last instruction, you will need to do that in order to receive the free membership, okay? So let me go for this one then. Nice and easy. I love this color. Is A14. A14. I've got one threaded already. Janine says, I don't like any of the 3 charts you can choose if you finish. I'm still going to try to finish. Yeah, that's a thing. I think the motivation would be try to get to the charts that you like. But if you don't like any of them, that's a bit difficult, isn't it? And if you don't particularly like the chart you were stitching initially either, yes, that's a bit challenging. I think everything have to all work out in order for you to really want to do it. I guess you need to like the initial charts, and and also you need to be a fan of Amy Stewart as well, and you're also quite fond of the final three charts, which I wasn't aware of until today. It's just new elements keep popping up. It's the most complex soul system I ever ever seen. It's taken months for Yogi to even come close to understanding it. That's how complex it is. The only SAR I ever joined was with a company called Caterpillar. They do sort of simpler, much simpler, sampler type of charts. And it was really simple. It was a mystery SAR that consists of, I think, 6 parts. And all they do is they send you a chart per month. That's it. And there's no hard deadlines. You don't get punished if you don't finish anything. But it's kind of fun to try to do that, right? Because you join the Facebook group, you kind of show your work. And so it was quite a simple system that I could understand. And but I got bored by the 3rd month. The first 2, I was a model student. I was there on time, finished my work, and ready to go again. And by the 3rd month, I was really bored. I would just go, oh well, maybe I'll catch up next month. And then I still have not finished that piece. So that's me and Saul. And Nati says, oh, so nobody likes the final 3. That's not good then, because that's supposed to be the grand prize, isn't it? Probably more than the mystery charts, if you have to work much harder in order to get it. I think what they're trying to do is to set different rewards for milestones. So if rather than, because it's a year-long SAL, they have to keep the motivation going. Otherwise, people just give up. But the thing is that so the final 3 is supposed to be the draw, really, more than the mystery one. Because mystery one, literally, you just finish 1 page, you can get it. But the final 3, you have to finish the entire project. So if nobody likes them, that's not good. Janine says 2024 Sao Cha was a lot smaller too, so it was easier to finish in a year. Yeah. I think ultimately the charts have to be good. Otherwise, it's not fun to do. But it's hard to define what good is because everybody's got different liking and disliking. Betty says, I haven't seen the 3 that you get to choose from. I know they're close to the 20. Oh, they're close to the 2000 joint. I don't know what that means, but so yeah, because the other day when we actually went on Heaven and Earth, that particular page, the SAR page, and had a look. I wasn't aware there was the final boss, charts, like 3 charts. I wasn't aware of it. So we didn't get to see it together. And are they 4-size charts, I wonder? Like a proper Heaven and Earth chart. Nati says, as someone who has a small shop, I can understand why Hay isn't doing the choose two from site. With so many participating, they lose a lot of money that way. I don't know. I'm not sure if the SAL is the money-making project, or is it loss leader, as in, keeping the interest going. I have no idea. But those charts, from the look of it, they're not really exclusive, as in you can't get the chart anywhere else. It's just you can't get that version anywhere else, as in, the way they're cropped. So they're not technically exclusive in that sense. So I'm guessing it's more like a, fun thing for them to do rather than. So, okay, so I'm going to end this color, okay? And I'm going to just show you one more time what you have to do to receive to join the draw for the free membership. And then we do the draw, okay? And so get ready. And let's have a look. Let's pop this back. A14. And it's a bit of a fun thing for us to do. So every other Wednesday, we're going to give away 5 membership there. And of course, you can join. If you want to join the club, join the club. And but let's have a look. So I'm going to show you one more time how to turn on the setting there. Just in case you miss the last instruction there. Okay. So I'm going to go in. Going to show you my phone here. So this is the stream I'm looking at. This is where we are right now. So it doesn't matter whether you're on desktop or on mobile devices, doesn't matter. And so look at let me zoom out a little bit more. Look at the chat, the chat panel there. Go to the chat panel where there's a $sign where the super chat normally goes. You tap on that, okay? Open up. There's 3 options, and go for the bottom one where it says membership, okay? Tap on that. And it brings up the join the membership panel. So from here, ignore everything and go to the 3 dots there, okay? And it brings up another popover. They really like popover. And go to the bottom option again, where it says gift membership settings. Okay, tap on that. And there's a little button there on the right there. And all you have to do is turn it on, because you need to give consent in order to receive it. They have to do this. So if you don't have it turned on, the draw won't go to you. Okay, so so do that, and I'll just give you a couple of minutes to get it ready. If you have questions, ask. And of course, if you don't want it, then you can turn it off. So just so the membership goes to people who actually want it. Why wouldn't you want it, right? I don't understand. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm going to pick my next color. Just give you a few minutes to get it sorted. And we will hit the button, okay? We'll hit the button. So Betty says, it's nice they're giving the full chart instead of instruments. So the final 3 final bosses, they're full charts, are they? Okay. So they're kind of full-size projects. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. Catch up on the chat there. And Pascal has joined us. Welcome. And Roxy says, I'm afraid to spend $20 for just the SAL chart. I like and possibility or either dislike the Amy Stewart. Well, I think if you're joining LaSalle, it's probably if you need to be okay to spend $20 on a single SAL chart. That's where you need to be happy with, because the rest, who knows, you might not finish a single page for whatever reason. You don't get a mystery chart, and you don't get to finish 6 pages, so you don't get the rest of the charts or whatever. I think you need to be okay to spend $20 on a SAL chart. If you're okay with that, the rest is bonus, right? Otherwise, you're probably going to feel stressed, saying that it's going to turn into homework, and you don't want it to be like that. So let me have a look. Let me stitch something maybe on the border here. I just fancy working on the border here a little bit to make it more complete. And it's a dark color as well, which is quite nice. Is 413. 413. Hey, Ebony. Welcome. Oh, Natty, are you not feeling well? Have a rest. Yes, have a lie down. And get better soon, okay? Let's have a look. What colors? 413, 413. 413. Okay. And I'll just give you a couple minutes, and we have over 120 people here, so probably a good time to do a little draw here. I'll just give it one more minute, just so you have time to get it sorted, and then we'll see who are the 5 lucky winners for the membership today. I'm excited. I'm gonna do a little yogi move over here. One, two. And Randy Bacon is here as well. Hello, hello, welcome back. Randy says, I just made it here. Excellent. And Randy, make sure that you got the consent turned on to receive the membership, okay? Well, if you want it, of course. If of course you want it, of course. Why wouldn't you? Callum says, hey, Yogi, I don't see that in my memberships. What do you mean? You mean the button? If you go to the chat, let me just show you one more time before we do the draw, okay? Just in case some of you just arrived. It's really simple. If you go to whatever device that you're in, okay? And guys, just have a look. Okay, so whatever device, let me just turn this on. I don't know why it's looking like that. So I'm looking at our stream right here, okay? And after this, we're going to do the draw. Just make sure you have it turned on. So go to the chat panel at the bottom where this says a $sign, the super chat, okay, panel normally. And then at the bottom, you should have a membership option. It's the same on all devices or platforms, okay, it works the same. On the desktop as well, on PC, that's the same. And it will come to the join the channel panel and go to the 3 dots up here instead. So it's a little bit hidden. It's got privacy, policy, all that gobbin. Go to the bottom, says gift membership settings. So this is where that's important. You need to have it turned on. So currently it's turned off. You don't receive anything. If you turn it on, it means you give YouTube consent to include you for the draw. Okay, so that's what you have to do and leave it on there. Okay, so now once that's there, just make sure everybody's all good. Okay, and in 30 seconds, I'm going to hit the button there. Okay, so because it's the setting is a little bit hidden, and a lot of people don't even know you need to do that. But I think maybe legally they need to make sure that you give them consent to send you gifts, basically. And maybe some people don't want it for some reason. Why? I would never know. Okay, I'm gonna just do a couple of stitches here, and we'll do a draw. Okay. That one. Two. Okay. I'm gonna just bring it up here for the final stitch here. I think that's it. Okay, let me bring it up so I know where I'm going to continue later on. So now, guys, are you ready? Get your Ujjayi breath. So I am going to hit the button. Okay, so I've got 5 memberships I'm going to give away right now. Let me just bring this view here, and you can look at the panda as we move forward. Okay, and I'm gonna do a countdown of 3. Let me just check everything's okay. Oh, all right, are you ready? So I'm gonna count down to 3. I'm gonna hit the button, and we'll find out who the 5 lucky winners we have today and who they are. Okay, I'm going to count down 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Let's see, who have we got? All right then. Yes, Chelsea Summers, you did it. Yes, we've got Image. Well, this is gonna cheer up because she has no electricity. So we have and also we have Chelsea. You did it. And we have Celine as well. Welcome to the membership. And Roxy is also a lucky winner. Welcome. And Cecilia, welcome. Yes, there you go. You're officially in a Yogi Stitching Club. Welcome, everyone. And of course, you can join yourself as well. An option is there. But welcome for the new members. Welcome and well done. Very nice. Yes, Chelsea, you're very lucky. See, be careful what you wish for. Yes, well done, everyone. Yes, wonderful. So welcome to the be part of the membership. All right, and we do this every other Wednesday. So I give away 5 memberships at the time. Congratulations. Yes, indeed. So here we go. And for the membership, obviously. Oh yeah, guys, I forgot to mention. Members, we have a new emoji. I totally forgot about that. I got preoccupied with Panda. We have a new emoji, okay? So look through the new emoji panel. We have, and look at the bottom of the list, we have a dolly. We have a dolly emoji. This is the Christmas edition of Dolly, okay? So when it comes to Dolly time, okay, that could be any moment now. Look to the emoji panel. Okay, and there's a Dolly emoji there I created for you, and for Dolly as well, of course. Yes, there you go, Betty, you did it. Betty found it. All right, and yes, our Christmas edition of Dolly time. Yes, indeed. There you go. There you go. So, you know, who knows? Dolly could appear anytime, anytime. I love those emojis. And they're unique to us as well, because quite a, you know, all these are themed based on the activities of this group. So that's our emojis. Thank you, Clara. I love them too. Yes. I work on them in my basement with my power tools. Really loud. All right, I'm going to end this one. Betty says, reminds me of my girl socks. Whoops, this one slipped. Thank you, Grace. Grace says you created her perfectly, the black and white mouth area. So cute. I know. I was worried that it won't come through with, you know, tiny little image. And so Dolly's got a little dot under her chin. So, and she's got golden eyes. Let me show you what she looks like if you've never seen her before. So this is our little Dolly. Where's our little Dolly? Here. Here. See? Can you see the resemblance? Dolly with a Christmas hat. Yes. It's a Christmas Dolly season. I think she's quite pleased as well with the emoji. See you later, Mira. Great to see you. Abini says, Yogi, what do you think about the 32 now? You have more done. You know, I'm going to like it. And I was talking about it earlier on. For some reason, even though I do fair bit of 10 stitches nowadays, it just feels really light and fast. Do you not find that, Ebony? And Nikki as well. Do you find it faster for some reason? And it's just like, it's quite nice to stitch. And I like this fabric as well. It's got some structure to it. It's not too soft. Yeah, I think, I like it. I like it. I would like the coverage to be a little bit fuller if possible, but I'm using CXC as it is. And also I trust that once everything's all stitched up, and maybe, in 200 years time, when I finish this piece, I'm able to wash it, and then everything's gonna all, even out. But at the moment, it's slightly on the sparse side to me as I'm stitching, but I have to trust the process because full cross just wasn't working for me. I know that much. So unless there's another thread that's even fuller than CXC, that would be good. If you know, let me know. I'm happy to try. Oh, Ebony says I haven't done it yet. I'm yet to start my Christmas piece. You haven't started, Ebony. Why not? When are you starting then? Christmas is not waiting for anyone. Christmas is like not that far away. And Ebony, you have done 32 already, haven't you? Because I remember you doing 40 counts. That was my introduction to you. I remember. All right then, let me pick another one. So I inverted. Oh, not yet. Yes, I inverted my chart here, so I can pick whatever color I want. I quite fancy that. Let's go for another green then. Let's work on the tree a little bit. Chelsea says 40 counts sounds insane. I know. I remember, Albany, you can remind us. I remember when I first met Albany in the chat, she posted a photo of her work on the Facebook group, on our group. That's 40 counts? Was it full cross or was it 10 stitches? But whichever, it was just tiny thing. And I think Ebony probably threw it in the fireplace at this point. I'm not sure what happened to that piece. Ebony says, no, I have not done 32 yet. I have done 2 over 2 full cross. I'm trying to digest this. I have done, let me just highlight this so you can all read it. I have done 2 over 2 full cross, but not 1 over 1/10. I'm not sure. I'll be starting my Christmas piece. Wait a minute. So when you say 2 over 2 full cross, oh, with 32 counts, I see. So you do 2 over 2, which essentially is 16, or is it 18 counts? Right? I can't count. 16, no, 18 counts. Or 16 counts, yes. But you have not done 1 over 1/10. Okay. I think I like it. As I said, it's quite easy to stitch, but I would like the coverage to be a little bit more reassuring. I could change my mind because at the moment, the way I'm stitching, all the stitches are quite loosely distributed. Maybe by the point, everything's stitched up, I'm gonna go, yeah, that coverage is perfect. Because I'm looking at the panda's face, the white stitches look okay. It's the darker ones that's slightly iffy. I can see the slashes. But I also give it a go because Nikki, this is Nikki's go-to specs, isn't it? And Nikki agrees it's very fast. And Nikki, do you, I'm not sure Nikki does any 10 stitches other than on 32 counts. Because I'm just comparing the sort of kind of a general speed of 10 stitches versus other fabric counts. 32 just feels faster. I don't know, just shorter stitches, you just keep going. It's quite light as well. Because this is the first time I'm doing 10 stitches with one strand. Because all my 10 stitches project, they're all double strand. So maybe that's why. It just feels very light and very easy to stitch. 9A6, 9A6. It's a very Christmassy green. 9A6. 9A6. Oh, goodness. I have not got it on my master set. Let me have a look if I've got it on my spare. 9A6. So I'm just topping up as I go. I did not kit up this project. So 9A6 is the green. Let me see if I got it. I hope I do. 9A. 9A6. No, I don't. I don't have it. So I have to go to 9A6. Okay. So I probably need to get out the full scan. Because I've got some spare ones here, loose bits. No, I haven't got it. Or I can just leave it. I can leave this color and do it later and pick another color. I think that's what I'm going to do. Sometimes I'm in the mood of flossing up. Sometimes I'm not. So let me pick a different color. And this way of stitching is quite easy to just move on to another color. I'm not stitching in order. So Nikki says, right, I only used one strand for my full coverages. No more 2 strands, like my completed grand library. So the grand library was double strand, and that was it. that was it for Nikki. I don't mind 2 strand. Why would you not like it? I find it quite satisfying to do. So 741 is my next option. It's a lovely orange, 741. Oh my goodness, this one is also not on my on my master set. There you go, 2 in a row, bingo. But this one I might have spare ones. 741. That's interesting. 2 colors in a row are not on my master set. In that case, I'll move on to the next one then. Let's see if it happens again. This one, I know I have it. 720. 720. 720, I do have it. Yes, it's an orange. Because if it was DMC, I would probably just pull out some new bits, but from whole scan. But CXC is a little bit trickier. I kind of don't want to fiddle with that right now. I've got single label ones, so it's a bit tricky to. All right then. In that case, I'm gonna move from there. Joy says, I have heard people choose anchor black because of the coverage. It seems to be fuller thread. I never use it, but you could try it just for the sweet end. Oh, that's a good suggestion. You know what? I might have some spare anchor. I've got some loose scans everywhere from before. That's anchor. So I might look into that. That's a good suggestion. So anchor actually provides better coverage than CXC. Oh, I need to try that because I have not touched anchor's threads since I started this thing. I kind of just went DMC all the way and then CXC. That's a great suggestion. I'll try it. I'll look into my drawers, my bottomless drawers, just like Joyce's. See if I can find some 310. I'm sure I have, because I've got tons of kind of random colors from Anchor. Jackie, hello. Jackie says, hi everyone, finally home. I'm very impressed with your progress. Yogi, thank you, Jackie. Do you think it still belongs to the fireplace, Jackie? Just saying. Jackie wants to, suggested that I should throw this piece in the fireplace. And I do have a fireplace. So technically it could happen. But I don't think that's where it's going. What say you, Jackie? One, two. I think this one, maybe. 1, 2. Here we go. Yes, Nikki finished the Grand Library. It's beautiful though. 2.5 years is fast for a piece like that. Is it supersized? That's quite impressive. Well, I think Nikki probably needed a holiday after that. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Betty says, I really like the black anchor. It does cover so much better. Really? Oh, that's good to hear. I'll definitely try that then. Yes, that would be a nice solution for 310 because the other colors seems to be okay so far. It's just the darker ones that's creating problem. This is so much fun. I just feel like I'm planting little pixels because the stitches are so short. I just feel like I'm just planting little I don't feel like I'm stitching. I feel like I'm just planting these little dots to compose the image. And I think this is the kind of new experience I was looking for each piece. All right, and I'm going to take it over here. It's so much fun though. Jackie says, I love anchor thread. I stick with DMC mostly, but I have a few kits with anchor threads and feel like they always stitch up so much nicer. I need to do a comparison because I haven't used anchor for a long time, but I did have quite a few cross-stitching kits that came with anchor instead of DMC. So I have a lot of leftover everywhere. I'll dig out some 310. Susan says, I think the anchor number for black is 403. All right. And Lona says, JMP coats. Black is thick too. Ha. All right. Sounds like anything but DMC. Jackie says, I think it has officially been spared from the fireplace. Oh, thank you, Jackie. Yes, it's official. This piece, but the panda doesn't have to go in the fireplace. I have rescued the panda. Very happy to report. Colleen says, that panda is so cute, isn't it? It's just, I'm pretty sure it's a toy panda, not a real panda in the house. Like a pet, you know, like a doggy in the house. Who knows? Maybe they're keeping wild animals. And it's really hard to tell, like, from real pandas and the toy ones, because the real ones look like toys. Yes. They're quite remarkable. Okay. 2 more down here. I really enjoy it, actually. It's just so nice to stitch. And if I can get some, thicker 310s, then it's perfect. Perfect. And also, the other day, we were talking about the actual Christmas day, okay? I think everybody's voting for a Christmas stream. And so we could get that happen. We can make that happen, or I can make that happen. So on an actual Christmas day, if I get back from my partner's parents, we're gonna have lunch, and then in the evening, UK time though, so I don't know what time it will be where you are. You can do a conversion. We could potentially maybe start around, the regular around 8 or 8:30-ish in the UK evening. So just so you know, you put it in the calendar if you'd like to join me for a spot of Christmas stitching. And let me double check. on the 25th, which day is it though? Let me have a look. I thought, so the actual Christmas day is Thursday, yes. So even though technically Wednesday is our Christmas stitching, we could do the final session of Christmas stitching on the 25th. So if you'd like to join me, it'll be quite fun. We're gonna have some mince pie and a bit of, was it trifle? You know, the pudding, and maybe a bit of Christmas pudding as well if you have some. I'm gonna just relax, maybe a little escape from the family if you need it, and come and join me. You know, it'll be fun. And Chelsea says it's a floss numbering universal. I think Anchor's got its own system, and you could convert it, but I think, you know, it's if you're gonna use the full set with Anchor, it maybe, yeah, you probably need to do a lot of conversion. So, and Janine says you were stitching that just like I'm doing my marvelous circus spot of colors everywhere to get a hint of the picture. Yes, Janine, I saw your circus piece, marvelous circus. It's so pretty, isn't it? Yes, it's kind of similar, isn't it? Even though at the moment I'm kind of framing this window panel as the main area that I'm working on, and hopefully, fingers crossed, and no promises, but you know, can get it completed by Christmas. Oh, I hate to say that because it sounds like a deadline. It's not a deadline, okay? I'm free to break, you know, to miss the deadline. No deadlines. But yeah, it's quite fun. I forgot I had a spool of Anchor Black. Of course, why am I surprised, Nikki? It's always supersized when it comes to everything, you know. Like a cone. It has to be a cone for Nikki. And Bez says, I love stitching that way too. Slowly watching shapes appear is satisfying. Yeah, and for some reason, I only felt kind of drawn to stitch this way from mostly 28 count upwards. You know, in terms of wandering a little bit further. For some reason, anything below 25 or even 25, I'm a little bit more conservative in terms of the area I'm moving. Maybe just the physical space. You know, maybe I have a certain comfort zone when it comes to physical space. The smaller stitches physically, it's just not that far away, so I'm feeling more comfortable doing it. So currently, I'm only stitching this way mostly for my 28 count projects, and also this one as well. It's fun, isn't it? It's like watching kind of pixels building up gradually, and then boom, there's a picture. One, two, and that one. Alison's a spooky 666 stitch count for me today. Oh, Alison, that is a different kind of spooky bingo, isn't it? Just odd numbers, or 444. Can you imagine? It just sounds weird. And Jackie says I should be able to make a Christmas stream. We do our big family celebration Christmas Eve, so Christmas Day is very relaxed for me. Oh yeah, so for those of you who the southern countries, they Christmas Eve is actually the Christmas meal. They have Christmas dinner. Over here is Christmas lunch. So it's like the following day. Yeah, if the eve is where you do your celebration, it means you're gonna be free for the 25th to come join me. Perfect. Lona, tell me again what Christmas pudding is, please. Never heard of it, not in the US. Susan, can you do Lana? Can you explain to Lona what Christmas pudding is? And Nikki says, I probably can when everybody's in their full coma, and they will be in full coma. Just make sure you're not in a coma as well, so you can stitch. Or maybe you can stitch while in a full coma. So that'll be great to see you, Nikki. The full coma. Beth says I wouldn't be able to stay for an entire stream on Christmas Day, New Year's though. Okay, so Beth is eyeing for the New Year stream. Okay, so New Year's stream. Oh, I've got a couple of ideas in my mind. Okay, but I'll go with what works for you guys as well, because we've been talking about New Year's start, haven't we? And Nikki, don't get too excited. Nikki can start a new start every week, okay? But obviously, in order to have a new start, we need to know which piece we're interested in starting, okay? So currently, in my mind, of course, I don't know, Susan Barnes is not here, is she? So Susan Barnes and I had a kind of a pact that we're going to start a sleep time together. But when, we haven't nailed down exactly when. New Year is one possibility, but also New Year start can also be a piece that a lot of us want to start with. Okay, so some might be thinking about the word Amy. Okay, I don't know why, but it's just a thought. So that's one possibility. Or maybe let me show you sleep time one more time. Okay, I like to flash this piece from time to time because it's so beautiful. Just to tempt you, in case you haven't seen this piece from Chira Marchetti. Okay, are you ready? There you go. Oh, where is it? Oh, here. Yes. So this is the piece that me and Susan Barnes, at least as far as I know, I don't know who else want to start this piece with us. We're going to start together. And so I think January is a really nice time to start a piece together. If not this piece, you guys let me know which one you'd like to start. So I'm gonna go for obviously a majority who's got, quite a lot of you are interested in starting. We can make it a New Year's start. So the question would be, for New Year's start, right? How do we do it? So the New Year start, let me just bring this back on. So let me have a look at, yeah, Nikki, new start. Yes, Nikki, you're probably starting new ones every other day. Okay, so let me just go back to the chat. Let me see. So Nikki's up for a start anytime, any day, actually. And oh, bye. See you later, Susan VM. And Okay, so Susan, first of all, has come up with the description of the pudding, Christmas pudding, guys. For those of you, yes, there's such a thing as Christmas pudding over here in the UK that people eat once a year, and only once a year for good reasons. It's a steamed pudding, heavy on fruit, raisins, sultanas. I don't know the difference between raisins and sultanas. Yeah, the dry grapes, right? And sometimes there's brandy in as well, served with custard or white brandy sauce. Can it not be served with cream as well? A lot of times it's just served with cream. So basically something, like a sauce to make it more more delicious. I nearly said more palatable. That wouldn't be fair. But so it looks something like this. It's not quite like this, okay? This is a needle miter version of it. But let me just remove this bit so you can see. But it's kind of a representation of it. It's quite dark, much darker. And a lot of times it's not like, it doesn't come in a cherry form, like a bomb shape. Normally it's like a bowl shape that you tip over, because the bowl, the mold they use for steaming the pudding is normally like a bowl plastic thing that you can steam, and then you would just tip over, so like a dome shape, and really, really dark. And it's got some icing if you want to put some icing. I rarely see the ones with icings, but yes, so it's a steamed pudding. Okay, let me know if you like the sound of it. Really dense. And you really only have a thin slice because it's very, very rich. And you pour some cream or custard or whatever you want on top. And for grown-ups, you can have some brandy in and on top of the Christmas pudding. I think by the end of, Christmas lunch, you probably need a little bit of booze for just to numb the feelings. Okay, so a little bit of brandy would be nice. So this is a Christmas pudding, and it's only eaten around Christmas. And a lot of times they make it and allow it to age a little bit. So it's almost like I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, it's so you make it just maybe, I don't know how long before, weeks, maybe a couple months before, and allow it to age. So it's got that kind of aged flavor. I don't know how to describe it, Susan, but you know what I'm talking about. So it's kind of a something that you really only eat once a year, because it's so rich, and not everybody loves dry fruits. So there you go. That's the explanation for Christmas pudding right here. Demonstration with my needle miter. And so back to the New Year's stream, okay? Let me have a look. Lona says, what is that piece called? The Chiromaketi piece, it's called Sleep Time. And what I've got is a supersize version. I can show you again. I love this piece. I'm just waiting for the right time to start, let me just turn that off here. This piece. So what I've got is supersize. Obviously you don't have to do supersize. You can do regular, mini, whichever. There's a quick stitch version that stitching mummy is doing as well. You can go to her channel if you want to see what that looks like. Yeah, but I'm still pondering upon what fabric count I'm going to do it in. Obviously it's quite big with the supersize. So, and Nikki says, Amy. Oh yes, it's possible. And shall we have a look at the Amy piece as well? Just review, so you have some idea in the mind, okay? So Nikki says Amy, and she's not talking about traveling library. We already started that. She's talking about these ones, guys. Boom. Yes, so the traveling library, if you don't know already, if you've been living under the rock and haven't come to the classes, we conduct every single day here. It's got two companion pieces, so it's essentially a trio, like three in the set, a little bit like the Christmas houses here, three in the set. And so Travel Library, we started, we love it. And lo and behold, this dropped along with the other piece I'm going to show you shortly. But this is kind of around the same theme. You can see the caravan on the right there. But now you have the external view of the caravan and the surrounding area. Okay, so this is a massive epic piece. It's large. It's, kind of in long strip. Some describe it as panorama, but I don't really see it that way. I look at it more like really just a landscape in this particular shape. But however you want to interpret, it's up to the stitches, right? And also, there's this third piece is kind of a contrast, to this piece. It's a very intimate view from the writer. It's called Writer's Desk. So how I see it is probably someone writing the story about the caravan story, or maybe it's a person living inside the caravan. So whichever, this person could be in the caravan world or outside. Who knows? You decide. But this is an intimate view, top down, of the desk where the author is working on the piece. So we've got a few options, don't we? And Nikki says Amy, but which Amy? And also general consensus. What are your takes? If we have a new year start, what would be your choice, right? So let me have a look at what everybody's saying. And Kimberly says, I'll be starting Writer's Desk in New Year. So that's Kim already decided. She's going to be doing this piece. Okay, that's fair enough. So, and Claudia says, I'm doing a new Amy start for my birthday next month, but I could hold up and call it a New Year's start. Yeah, it's up to you. If we do go for one of the Amy pieces, then yeah, I'm sure we can hold off. You've got maybe a few projects to keep you busy, right, Claudia? And Grace Austin says, leaving for appointment. See you soon. Yes, I hope everything is going well. And Grace, take note, Susan. Great. Susan is my assistant here in the UK. And Grace, and Susan just said, oh, I didn't know. I just got appointed a new job. And Grace says 235 is Yogi's stitch count. Yes. So... Yes, Abony is asking a very good question. Are you going to start both the new Amy Stewart pieces? I think double start is a little bit ambitious, isn't it? It's probably a little bit overwhelming, considering we've just, obviously by New Year, this piece will be put to rest till next year. But still, we've got quite a few going on there. So I don't know about double start, or very, close together. Let me just find my way here. So let me know what you think. Let me try to catch up your chat here. Lona says, I don't like fruitcake. Oh, well, you and many people, to be honest. And Susan has posted a recipe in a group. Recipe for what? For Christmas pudding. Christmas pudding is a little bit trickier, isn't it? I think, mince pie is probably a little bit easier because you can buy ready-made. I think it's maybe short crust pastry, and then you just make the filling. But Christmas pudding, I don't think even I would attempt to make it. It just sounds like someone, like a mom, like a really experienced mom can make, or some sort of, I don't know, Julian Child or Della, I don't know. It just feels like maybe you need a little bit, some baking experience to make it. I don't know. Even though you don't bake it, you steam it. But yeah, you can make it at home. Chelsea says, what's the pudding you set on fire before serving? You could be referring to Christmas pudding because you can pour some brandy and then just flambe it. I don't know what's the term for. You just set it on fire. So hopefully you don't need to eat it. I'm kidding. I'm being unfair. So if you put some sort of custard or cream, it's all right. And Claudia says, I think it's a less dry fruitcake, but not those candy fruits that you often see in fruitcake. No, it's not a typical fruitcake. I think the fruitcake, sometimes you have, I think in America it's called pound cake, and with some dry fruits. It's not quite like that. It's a lot more dense. It's steamed as well. So, and it's very, very dark in color. It's very, very intense. So if you don't like dry fruits, you're probably not going to be a big fan of Christmas pudding. So just the way it goes. That's why you only eat it once a year, you know. And oh, Lona, you like oh, Lona, you've got sleep time already and you don't even know how many charts do you have. Nikki says yes. To Abin his question, am I surprised? Of course not. So Nikki says the big one for the new start. The big one is interesting, isn't it? It's almost like three pieces together in one. As in the castle part of it feels like a different piece. Oh, I love this color. Very, very bright. Heather House says, if you pour brandy on the pudding and light it on fire, it's fun. Yes, it's fun. It's very boozy. So Clara says, I just finished my 2025 Hey Sao piece. Oh, which one did you do? Well done. A finish for Clara. So you're in time to collect all the pieces and one of the final bosses. Do you get all three? Okay, I'll stop asking question about Sao because I don't think I'll be able to figure out ever. I was wondering whether you get all three or you get to choose one of them. Probably choosing one of them, right? 3 will be too generous. So yes, so if we have a New Year's start, okay, whichever piece that we do together, we could potentially do another marathon. What do you think, guys? Because New Year will be good and we can do the countdown together. I know we're in different time zone, so it will be tricky, but I'll base on the UK time, okay? And maybe depending on how long we do our marathon, we might be able to do multiple countdowns. I'll have a look at the time differences and pick a time range that we could celebrate together and do a new piece together. I think that sounds pretty exciting. And if you like the idea, give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up. And maybe even give me a Dolly emoji. A Christmas Dolly, right? If you like it, Flash Dolly. Oh, Chelsea commuting home. Where were you? Were you at work? Oh, yes. Safe journey. Yeah, Bez is flashing. Bez is flashing Dolly, yes. If you say yes, flash Dolly. Yes. Bez is up for it. Very nice. And Michelle says yes. Very nice. And Claudia and Michelle Fuller, Nikki, Nikki, yes. Clara, Leona, and Janine as well. Betty Lou Taylor, Becky loves it. Jackie thumbs up, and Janine is doing a yogi move as well. Very nice. Dolly and yogi, yes, and Simone, yes. New Year, wonderful. Sounds like a go to me. Yeah. Okay. I'll look at the time range and pick a good range for us, and we can have some fun. And now then, it's just a matter of nailing down which one to start. Nikki, not which ones, okay? Which one, okay? One at a time, darling. All right. And particularly, if we do go for one of Amy's, if we go for a large one, that's quite an epic start. And we'll have to find fabric that's large enough. The right shape for that. So we want to plan early, don't we? We don't want to get to New Year and then there's no fabric waiting for us. So we need to get our head together. And you let me know. You let me know. I'll follow the general consensus. And the sleep time is one option as well. I know the chance of that being the New Year star is probably quite thin. Very slim chance there. I know. But who knows, guys. Maybe something else is going to drop before New Year. And you go, well, I have to start that one as well. So, don't jump to conclusion just yet. Suzanne loves the idea, marathon idea. Very nice. It's a thumbs up from everyone. I haven't seen the thumbs down yet. Maybe they're just not saying it. They're secretly doing thumbs down. And Claudia says 1 star for each time zone countdown we do. You mean like 10 of them? Each time zone. I don't know how many time zones we've got, but quite a few. Oh, Claudia is ambitious. Oh dear. Yes, you and Nikki will get along really well. Nikki says, Yogi, you will need another 32 after this one, and it will be smaller than the other counts. Nikki, to be honest, I'll be honest with you, okay? Just between you and me, keep it quiet. I'm thinking, yes, I think I'll feel slightly sad if I put this away after Christmas, and I'm probably gonna miss a little bit of a 32 action there. Nikki, you can read my mind, but I'm slightly scared. Okay, so I don't know, because to do 32, it has to be a piece that is got. Well, let me just put it this way: 32. I have no interest in doing air stitching. Okay, so anything involves air stitching, 32 will not work. You get my drift? Yeah. So I'm just worried about the Amy one piece that's got like a really fadey background with all the castles going on there. I'm not too sure about that. So I agree with you. I'll probably want another 32 count piece. So I have to think about it. But you're quite right. I think I'm gonna miss a little bit of the 32 action there. Oh, and with that, I think I just missed one stitch here. 2. Oh, 3. Okay. I think you won't be able to tell the difference. Yes, I know, Jackie. Claudia is so ambitious. Susan says, how many stitches cross the large chart? I think the last time we looked at it, it's like 800 something across and 250 or something vertical. So, overall, I don't know if it's larger. I think it's about the same, but it's just in different shape. So Nikki says 900 by 300. Sounds about right. It's slightly lower than that, I think. I think it was about 800 something, if I remember. Nikki says we're in this together. Are you talking about Alien Club members? Yes. Oh dear. Nikki, how's the 6 portals going, Dolly? I'd like some update, please. I'm just trying to make sure it's not in the place it shouldn't be, like a fireplace, Janine says, I'll never do 32. I need my eyesight. To be honest, I wasn't too sure when I did it. When I got the fabric, I was so nervous. I was thinking, I opened the fabric up and I tried to look for the grid, like the definition between stitches. And I was quite relieved that I can see them. So that was kind of, important, because I was worried that I won't even be able to tell the threads apart. But with this fabric, at least, and I'm glad I didn't get pre-gridded, because the pre-gridded ones will probably mess up with my mind even more. Oh, this color is so nice. It literally create the definition for the base of the panel there. And it's going really fast, do you not think? Even Yogi speed. This is not bad going. Nikki says, I've got 25k on portos. Oh, goodness. Nikki, are you stitching one porto at a time? Or are you going to do all the frames? Frame stitching. Frame stitching for 5 years before you get to the portos. It's got a lot of frames. Maybe 2 more stitches. I'm going to end this color. It's getting quite short. I love them. Just so many bright colors. Yes, this bit is slightly sort of more air stitchy, sort of esque, but there's some really vibrant, bright colors as well. Just like it should be. The Christmas piece. All right. Nikki says, I don't have eyesight. Yes, just go blind. Who cares? Let me take a sip of my coffee here. Oh, Jackie says, 6 Porto is collecting dust for me. I'm just obsessed with traveling library now. So, Jackie, what do you think the sticky point is with the Portos? Is it just a frame stitching that's, kind of make you lose your mind? I'm wondering what the issue is or is it confetti? I don't know how it's charted, but Lona says, you're doing great, Yogi. Thank you so much, Lona. See, that's the kind of encouragement I need. you know, not like throw the piece in the bin and restart on 25. Do not say stuff like that to me, okay? I don't ever want to hear that again. Here we go. That looks nice. I like it. Oh, there's a little bit more red underneath. I'm going to do that. I cannot say no to a rich red color. 304. 304. So this is the deal, right? We're going to have a Christmas cozy stitching together with a mince pie and trifle pudding. you can make it quite easily, and maybe some Christmas pudding as well. If I have a courage to bring back to steal a few slices from my partner's parents, we're going to steal some food from them for sure, and maybe some mince pie as well, and come here to share with you. I'll see how it goes, and then we're going to start planning for the New Year's start. Okay, we're going to come to a sort of, you know, a conclusion on which piece we start with, and then I'll work out the time for us. I'll get that sorted. Nikki says, I think I might move on to another portal. Confetti is taking me out. So is the confetti area within the frame area or the inside within the portal? I don't know. It's hard to tell just looking at that piece how confetti could be. It's hard to say, isn't it? But would you say it's more confetti than the Max color Heaven and Earth? I wonder. Because you guys should be quite accustomed to that kind of operation. Lona says, I'm getting new glasses for Christmas. Oh, are you sure you're not going to try the Neuralink eye implant that Nikki's got? Where she can see tiny stitches. See? The rare stitches, the coverage is really, really good. You know, the rare colors, even the oranges here, I cannot see the slashes. It's just this area for some reason. Just the 310. Ah, so the confetti is the interior. I'm doing the frames. The frames are actually easier. I would have thought the frames will probably, you know, numb your minds first. Jackie says, Porto is the most confetti-heavy piece I ever done. Wow. And she says, I think I need to work across another portal because I'm getting bored with the orange in the first one. Or maybe changing the stitching method because, for instance, the tree here is very confetti. If you look at the distribution of the stitches, of the colors. If I done this part with block by block, you know, or any other method, I'll probably find it very confetti heavy. But because I'm just doing freestyle cross country, it actually feels a lot better because I don't have to start and stop as much. So Nikki, I would have thought you were doing, but you know what? Looking at your piece, Nikki, you're actually stitching it in order. Maybe that's why it feels, you can feel the confetti a little bit more. You know what I mean? I know Nikki doesn't like the max colors. That's very true. Lona says the max colors has more confetti than color expansion because color expansion is about 150 colors, whereas max colors is about 240. So there's a bit of a difference. But also depend on the size of the piece as well. I think the larger it goes, it probably it felt maybe a little bit less confetti because it's spread out in larger areas. Let me have a look. Where shall I take this one? Let me go to the right then. Let me go to this one. And I like the fact that I actually framed this area because then literally that's all I'm stitching right now. Maybe, it flows out a little bit from time to time, but all I need to focus is here. But within this area, I'm free to go wherever I want. It's a little bit like color completion, even though I'm not doing color completion, the cross country within a page. It feels a little bit like that. It's quite, it's not overwhelming because I'm really just working within this area. I like it. Nikki says, I think quilting room is painful because of max and air stitching. Yeah, I think I'm quite into max colors. I've got many pieces of max colors, so that's not really my challenge there. But I agree with you. The air stitching element was a little bit of a surprise to me because I didn't think it was going to be as challenging. But I haven't given up on my piece. I actually did a little bit a few days ago. Maybe last week. Or a couple of weeks ago, I can't remember. I just picked it up and I actually enjoyed it. But I think I probably need to change my stitching method a little bit. Maybe that piece is better doing block by block because the issue with me with that piece is it takes a long time to see anything. So even though I'm doing the same here, kind of, have stitches scattered around, but because the color is so light with that piece that I'm getting a bit more impatient, I think. I'm more eager to see something, but it's not really kind of happening because I'm doing cross country. Maybe I just need to do block by block for change to see if it feels better. But I'd like to be able to continue with that piece. Betty says, Yogi, you should plan to stitch this every 25th of the month. Oh, is that a thing now? Is that a thing to do it every month? But I think festive stitching feels more festive when you're doing when you do it around Christmas, right? If you do it all year round, it's gonna feel like, oh, it's just one of the things that you do. I think, even though that's a very nice idea. So every 25th, every month, 25th of every month is a Christmas stitching. I can see that happening with some people. All right, nice. Very nice. I like it. I like it. All right, let's have a, whoops. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. But I think with eyesight, I feel like my eyesight is pretty decent. But still, I think for me, it's more about adjusting my eye so I know how to interpret the fabric. I think it's more than just be able to see the stitches. And on top of that, I'm doing 10 stitches as well. And in some weird kind of way, the 10 stitches probably easier with smaller stitches because they literally look like just kind of a dot rather than a line. It's the line that's messing me up. You know, it's much harder to read the stitches. Oh, the coffee's so good. And Betty says some stitch Halloween on the 13th every month. Wow. That's an interesting way of doing it. But I find that, you know, again, I like that distinction of, you know, something that's very distinctly for a period, you know, for a specific period of time. It's like if you celebrate Christmas every 25th of every month, by the time of the actual Christmas, it's not going to feel as special, wouldn't you say? I'm going to go for another 304 because it's such a pretty color here. So 304. 304. It's very Christmassy color, isn't it? It's red. Nice and red. And it's not too dark. It's got that. It's kind of really uplifting red. If that's a... And Michelle says, I'm planning on stitching this piece every 25th. And I might finish my my lifetime if I do. Oh, that's a good plan. Yes, you probably get to finish it more. You know, the probability of finishing is higher than if you do it just once a year. So this might take me, I don't know, 15 years. Who knows? Betty says, I feel like I'm alien here. I'm not stitching anything anyone else has shown or talked about. Betty, what are you stitching on then? Remind me. One, two, here. But it's nice that, you know, in terms of choices of patterns are quite diverse in this group and on Facebook as well. I've come across so many pieces that I never heard about, and artists or, you know, companies that create charts. It's really nice to know a lot of options out there. For instance, Artecy, I didn't know who they were until I heard from you guys. Oh, hang on. One stitch too low. There you go. And see you later, Claudia. Enjoy your dinner. Betty says, right now I'm trying to finish the Christmas vacation quotes for a gift. Is it more like a sampler? But that's a lovely thing to stitch. It's Christmas. It's Christmassy. And how nice you offer that as a gift. I wouldn't dare offering mine as a gift. They'll have to wait for the eternity. Might not be very patient. Right, here. I'm literally tracing through all the stitches here. It feels like I'm with 10 stitches. For some reason I just feel like I'm just painting the stitches. Because you know, I'm only doing one leg, so it's really quick. I just feel like I'm painting instead. Beth says, Betty, I'm in the same club, but Yogi and Stitchy friends love seeing our different projects too. Exactly. So there's something so nice about doing the same piece together, but also seeing what everybody's, different choices are. It'd be very boring if we all do the same ones all the time, right? I'm particularly impressed when I see people work on the pieces I just wouldn't dare go near. For instance, monotone ones, the black and white pieces, or a lot of black, or a lot of white, a lot of sky. Yeah, I'm just going, wow, that people are brave enough to stitch pieces like that. I just know that I just wouldn't survive. Just wouldn't survive. There. See, Christmas tree is taking shape, isn't it? It's going to be so pretty when it's done. And I am going to actually take it over. I don't mind. I'm being a little bit more brave, traveling with my thread here. So Betty Hankins says, I'm at almost 96%. But I do have a couple of items that will need back stitching. The RV cousin, Eddie, had the possetta. Back stitching is actually quite enjoyable because normally when you do back stitching, you're stitching on the area that you already finished. And that's quite satisfying, isn't it? Where am I here? I think there may be one stitch missing. Let me have a look. It's a purple one over there. One, two. Right. There. Oh, this bit needs a little bit of concentration there because these are 10 stitches, sometimes it's a little bit tricky to read. Here we go. Okay. Boomerang ending. There. 304. And I think there's one stitch missing here. Abani says, Yogi, you would be horrified if you saw my sky piece I stitch after work. Well, you've been talking about that sky piece for a little while. I'm terrified every time I hear it. I'm just thinking, which part of sky stitching is relaxing? But, you know, if you enjoy it, you're quite right. I'm horrified every time I think I hear about it. Yeah, I know. It's quite pretty, isn't it? And Chloe says, sorry, I've been lurking. I've just hit 1,000 stitches on Christmas house too today. 1,000 on this piece. Oh man, I need to see it. Chloe, you need to post your web. 1,000 today. Are you doing full cross? Not that it matters. Even 10 stitches, that's remarkable. Oh dear, all these alien stitches. You're very lucky, Sarah. Sarah is, having therapy today. Otherwise, you're straight into an alien club, okay? We might need to send you there next time. Or maybe you're already in. Yeah, all alien members need to wear a badge, so I know. Susan says, I think you could finish that panel before the end of the year, Yogi. Susan, are you teasing me or are you serious? I never quite know, Susan. Yeah, well, even in my mind, I'm kind of thinking it's doable, Susan. I know. It's because just the past week, just me casually working on this bit, I get this far. So I don't know in terms of percentage how many stitches that is. I didn't look at the stitch count, but it looks promising, doesn't it? It looks promising. Who knows? Let's have a look. Which one should we go for next? And it's good fun. It's really good fun. I'm going to flip my chart over and pick another red. Why not? Yeah, that looks like a good choice. So 3A, 3A31. 3A31. I do have one threaded already. Betty says, as long as you don't wander too far. I would try to contain within this area, but I couldn't help it because those stitches are there, so I kind of just float out a little bit. But otherwise, I want to focus on this panel. And if I get to finish this panel, then I'm allowed to float somewhere else. Susan, you know where I'm going to go next. Hush, hush. But yes. But who knows? Who knows? So, because for some reason it is a little bit faster, feels. All right, let me do a little boomerang here. And the coverage for most colors seem to be pretty good. If I these two. It's so pretty. Chloe says, I'm doing 25 count, 2/1 tent. 25 count 2/1. Okay, instead of full cross. Definitely not this fast with full cross. Okay, yeah, so you're working on the same stitch as like me, but you're 1000. So there you go. Yes, Alien Club, where you know, off you go. There, 3. Need to be quite mindful with where I'm going. The next block. There. It's quite tricky with loose stitches everywhere. 1, 2. Here. There. The thing is, because this the stitches are small, so even though on my chart it looks, some stitches look quite far apart, but when I look at the fabric, it's really just tiny distance between them. So it's quite so it's a little bit tricky to kind of find my position, because my eyes want to go really far away, but in fact it's just kind of just nearby because the stitches are quite small. Susan says Teddy is better than the nursery, unless you prefer air stitching. I know, because some of you started with the nursery. Okay, if you don't know which one we're talking about, not this one. Put this away. No, this I want to show you. Yeah, the nursery. Because the thing is, the nursery is actually right in the center. So some of you actually had the nursery start and had a pretty rough time. If you look at the balcony, just above the door there, where the mummy is, just right here, just look at how brutal it is, as far as the stitching is concerned. Yeah, pretty much the window frame, yes, some dark colors. The rest, it's stitching marshmallow. Yes. So if you start from here, I think if you worked around the surrounding area, let's say if you worked on the panda panel on the left, and then just move a little bit toward the right, maybe it's not too bad. But if you start here, because the starting point is where you anchor kind of entire piece in with, and if you start with with air, it's a little bit tricky. So I totally understand. But that's kind of a logical area to start, because it's right in the center. That's why I kind of sneakily kind of dodge that area and move to the left. So if I started from the center, I have to stitch that balcony to start with, and that's pretty brutal. I just knew that that wasn't a good idea. So I am here. 304. No, that's not where I am. So this is, where am I? I am bottom left. There. Oh, got it. And here. Clara says, is grandma cooking because the mom is in the nursery? I try to figure out, the person in the kitchen is either grandmom or maybe housekeeper. I don't know. It's hard to tell, isn't it? Yeah. So this lady here, but she's fully dressed. Oh, sorry. I've got, I'm not showing that one. Yes, this one. So that's what Clara's referring to. This person. Maybe it's is it some sort of, is it a turkey? I don't know what she's making that, or some sort of cake, large cake or whatever. But this person's got apron on. It's looking too professional. I think it may be some sort of housekeeper, because if you count the people in the house, it's got a mom, dad, 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, and there's a mom, there's a dad, but there's no grandpa. So if there's a grandma, there should be a grandpa, unless the grandpa is the Santa Claus. Otherwise, the family is not complete, is it? So I'm guessing the person in the kitchen may be a helper, some sort of a housekeeper, or a babysitter or something. That's my interpretation. Otherwise, it's a little bit sad. There's no grandpa. Where's the grandpa? Unless grandpa is doing cosplay, playing Santa. All right, I'm going to end this color here. I want to come and do this bit a little bit. I don't know what is happening there. It's got these blue colors. And 799. 799. 799. Let's have a look. Yes. Grandpa's missing, isn't it? Betty says they wore apron back then. Grandpa passed on, so Granny moved on. Or he's Santa. Yes. So the granddad is like Superman, secretly a Santa, because clearly he's flying with his reindeer there. So it's kind of, it's not cosplay, is it? It's like he's actual Santa. So, but he's hiding that fact from everybody. So it's like more like a Superman kind of person, or Spider-Man. He's hiding everyone else. Or maybe everybody thinks Granddad is dead. No, he's just transitioned into become Santa Claus. But he cannot tell the family, you see. He can only secretly come back and visit them once a year, I ask you, just once a year. And, if you have seen the Christmas House 3, the Santa or Aka Grandad is literally sneaking behind Grandmom's back and looking like a burglar. So that's why no one is stitching that piece. It's slightly disturbing. You can go to the website to look at Christmas House 3. There's a story behind, I bet. Maybe not a very good one. Yes, Susan says, with a full team of reindeer, that's serious cosplay. Exactly what I said. Maybe it's not cosplay. Maybe he's the actual Santa, but he cannot tell the family because he's busy, you see. He's not only visiting his own family, he's got other families, all the families he have to go and visit. So he's very busy, but everybody thinks Granddad has transitioned to another world, but in fact, he's transitioned into Santa Claus. Can you do that? I don't know. Maybe it's allowed. Reincarnation, you just come back and become Santa Claus. Maybe it's not always the same Santa Claus. They do, have different generations, like popes. You have a Pope the 3rd or whatever, 12. It's a little bit like iPhone. You have once it gets to a certain number, you just don't remember anymore. It's like, are we on iPhone 25 or something like that? I have no idea. I lost count. But Santa has got a secret, okay? He cannot tell the family who he actually is. And Clara says also that strange red bird flying close to the roof, too big to be a cardinal. I don't know what bird that is. It's almost like, I don't know. What birds are red, I wonder? If you don't know what we're talking about, let me flash this to you one more time. It's fascinating. There's a red bird here. It looks almost flat, this bird. It doesn't look 3D. All the other items, it's got shades and everything. But this bird kind of just stuck on top of the roof, flat. Do you not think, oh, that's Santa? I'm so sorry, Grandpa. Grandpa cannot tell the family the truth because he's busy, okay? He's got a new job, being a Santa there. And then so there's a little squirrel. Squirrel here as well, a little squirrel. Captain Squirrel is right here. So there you go. I bet there is a story there somewhere. Janine says, I would take out that red bird. Looks not right. It does look 2D rather than 3D. It looks like an object rather than a bird. But I will not take it out, If I'm stitching, if I'm stitching artwork, I'm truthful. I don't want to, change anything. I think the author the artist might get a little bit upset. Maybe it has some sort of meaning, right? The special symbol, the red bird. I don't know what birds are red like that. Belinda says, red birds are indicators of loved ones passed on. What? Grandpa is represented by the cardinal. Oh my God, that breaks my heart. Really? Red birds indicators of loved ones passed on. I didn't know that. I thought, maybe blackbirds or something. I don't know. Oh my God. That's a sad story. Grandpa is at the pub. That's a separate piece. That's Christmas house, extra episode number 5 or something. I don't know. Yes, granddad probably had enough. It's just like, oh, the grandkids are so noisy, and the grandkids, they just, they all hate us. They complain about everything, and they're ungrateful when we give them gifts. The kids just go, nah, it's not Nintendo Switch 5 or something. I was getting a little bit worried about my brother's kids, to be honest, because they regularly, for birthday, whatever, Christmas, whatever, they're given a lot of presents, and I'm just slightly worried about them. I'm thinking like, maybe it's not the best thing, that they're getting so much. I think I'm stitching in the wrong spot. 1, 2, is that a surprise? No. There. And I'm moving over here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, it should be down here. Okay, got it, got it. It's all good. I'm just thinking that they don't even look excited when they receive gifts. And that was such a startling thing for me, because as a child, I was never given much of the gifts, etc. And when I was a kid, to be honest, I was slightly envious of other kids getting a lot of, presents, new stuff, whatever. But now I'm thinking maybe it was a good thing that I didn't get a lot of material things, because I don't feel entitled to get things. I have to earn it. Whereas my brother's kids, particularly, one of the brothers, I'm so glad I'm anonymous, so they can't, watch the stream and go, what are you saying about my kids? No, but I feel that maybe they're not feeling the joy that the parents think they are having. That's all I'm saying. Just through observation, because if you're given so much on a regular basis, why should you feel excited? No, it's just one of those things. Betty says cardinals are red, and if you see one, it's a loved one visiting. Oh, really? I've never seen birds just pure red. Is that a real bird? Cardinals. I'm not familiar with wild animals. Lakika says, yes, the alternative theory from Lakika is bird toy stuck on roof. So there's less romantic, interpretation. So. And Clara says, I heard that about cardinal representing a loved ones who passed away. Oh, wow. Now that's a little bit, deep. And Marsha, we have another Marsha. Marsha Lynn, hello. Says, I've been lurking and stitching, but I think that doesn't look like a bird, but a red snow shovel. What? Hang on. Let's review, okay? So Marsha came in hot with a controversial proposal. It's not even a bird. Let's have a look. Dun, dun, dun. What? A shovel? Oh, hang on a second. I think Marsha is going somewhere with this. That could be a handle where the tail is. And that probably explains why it's flat. It looks flat. And also, it feels like the other half of the shovel is stuck in the snow. But why would a shovel be stuck in the snow there? That's why it looks so 2D. Oh, hang on a second. Is this like Gecko Rouge sort of craft cupboard number 2? Is it one of those pieces? We're going to see different things now. Yes. Wow. So you stitch. It's flying in. What? Betty says it's flying in. Is it a bird head in the snow? I don't know. It could look like something like a shovel. The only thing I would question about that theory is the handle is not quite in the center of the red part that's kind of stuck in the snow. Because if it was something like a shovel, it should be symmetrical, wouldn't you say? So at this point, it looks still more like a bird to me, but I'm not totally ruling out the shovel. But if it was a shovel, it should look a little bit more symmetrical. That handle should be in the middle, wouldn't you say? Lona says the large one definitely shows as a red cardinal. Are they different ones? This is only redbird. Oh, hang on. There's another reddish thing on the tree there. What is it? It doesn't look, I don't know what that is. Are there more than one red birds? If there's more than one, then maybe it's a bird. So this is, what is the thing on the tree there? Can't tell. Ring says Santa gave some reindeer the night of, too. There are only 6. How many reindeer are supposed to have? 2? Yeah, there's 6. Are they supposed to be more? Supposed to be 8. But I think 6 is more than enough. I mean, the Santa, you know, Father Christmas. Okay, he's not on the slim side, but still, I think 6 is plenty to. Janine says his red stain is a mistake. He's not supposed to be there. Is it a glitch on the chart? Maybe the original artwork doesn't have it. Yeah, it looks weird though in terms of the treatment of the bird. It just looks very flat, very 3D. So that's why I'm entertaining the shovel theory, but at the same time it doesn't look very symmetrical. Susan say the birds look like robin. Oh, the one on the tree. I have no idea. It's so pixelated. Maybe we need an extra large version of this piece so we see all the details. So this is the last one of this color over here. Oh, but you know, the red bird theory is kind of sad. Oh, it's supposed to be 8, really? So too short. What happened to the other 2? I didn't know they're supposed to be 8 per team. Per team. Yes. Maybe 2. I don't know what happened to them. 799 going back. Belinda says maybe it's just closer to us in our perspective, and the cardinal over the yard instead of the roof. Hang on. Well, I need to go back to the marker to do examination. So Marsha, Belinda is saying that maybe the bird, oh, I see. Maybe the bird is not stuck on the roof. You see what I mean? If I zoom out a little bit, maybe the bird is just flying slightly away from the house. So it's actually closer to us in terms of perspective. Is that what you're saying, Belinda? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, because my interpretation is just the bird stuck on the roof. But yes, it's entirely possible. It's actually flying somewhere closer to the distance that we're looking at. Marsha says, yeah, I live in a snow belt. That's why I thought of it. We have to take the snow off the roof a few times. And also it's in quite an odd position. Maybe someone's trying to remove the snow and then just got fed up and the shovel just stuck on it. But still, I would say the handle would have been a lot more symmetrical, like right in the center, right? And Betty say 8. Oh, it's a common knowledge, is it? How many reindeer the Santa is supposed to have at one time? I'm learning so much. So it's 8. So Belinda, yes. So Belinda theory is the bird is actually flying and slightly closer in distance to where we're viewing it. But it's an optical illusion. It looks like it's stuck on the roof. That I buy that. I buy that because it's quite in a quite an odd position. But also just strangely how flat this bird is. And again, that could be due to charting, right? Because the green, if we refer back to the green crab situation, if we look at the original artwork, like Ebony showed us, it looked like a house, like a cottage. But because the way it was charted, I'm not, no names, Glenn, that it just looked different. So that could be the reason as well. Maybe just the way it's charted. Maybe the original artwork, it looked more sort of 3D. So. Nati says, is this image AI? If so, then it's not uncommon to have mistaken like red blob. No, it's by an artist called Steve Crisp. Yes, now everybody thinks it's AI. I don't think this is an AI piece. I think this piece might have been around a little bit. It just feels like it. I don't know, now everybody's suspicious. I think it could be the way it's charted. So it could be Artecy, whoever charted this piece, maybe not converting this part of the chart that well. I think that's possible. Yes, Betty says, I know House One is an AI. I bought it many years ago. And also it's got an artist name attached to it. I don't believe it's AI. All three pieces. Now everybody just thinks everything's AI. And Susan says, there's no shadow for the bird, the reindeer, and sleigh has shadow on the roof. I know. Yes, that's why I wonder. I suspect maybe we can dig out the original artwork at some point. I suspect it's just a matter of charting that's causing and making it look flat. Colleen says, Northeast US, you need to shovel that much snow or roof collapse. Yeah, so people living somewhere that's got a lot of snow probably have different interpretation. Yeah. Wow. And Betty says, the red bird is flying into its mate in a tree. So do you think the red bird on the tree is the same as this red bird? Because the red bird on the tree has more shades. It looks more like something that's rested on the tree. Janine says, if you look at all three of those houses, they're too similar. They were cut and pasted, which could mean AI. No, you don't need AI to do that. I think AI is when you generate the whole thing from scratch. It could be digital art form. So the artist could go, well, I just want to tweak. I think that's the intention of the all the pieces. They're somewhat similar, but not really. It's like all three Christmas pieces. They're probably not even in the same time. And I think that's the play that artists, kind of trying to create variations of some similar, some different. I don't think it's because of the AI. I just love the fact everybody goes, that's AI now. Everything's AI. Colin says, maybe the handle color did not register the color properly in the chart conversion. I think it's possible just the way it was charted. So if anyone is responsible for this mess, for this confusion, that would be the person that charted it, okay? No names, well, because we don't know who. So maybe the original artwork actually, is a lot clearer. So I don't know whether we can find it. No, I don't think they're AI. Okay, let me go for another piece, another color here. Oh my God, it's 12. Goodness. Well, in that case, all that discussion about the red bird and the fate of the Santa. Oh my God, time flies. Let me pick the final color then, in that case. All right, so what should I go for then? Nice and festive. Okay, and you can put your head together, maybe, roughly how many stitches has the yogi done today? And I like a strong finish. I might go for one of these dark colors on the frame there. Do a little bit more there. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Yes, that's a strong finish. That's a strong finish. I am going for 154. 154. Here we go. Oh, the poor Santa. First of all, he's only got 6 reindeers. Okay, so that's slightly understaffed. Like there's something going on in the Santa house there. And maybe 2. I hope that the remaining 2 are not injured or anything bad happened to them. Maybe it's just rotation. There's holiday. Maybe 2 has that weekly day off. Because Christmas season is very busy. And it's much better to pace yourself, and not get exhausted. And it means the Santa Christmas, Father Christmas has compassion. It's not just work. If you need to rest, you can rest. So that's a good sign. But Santa is hiding a secret. Is not able to reveal to the family who are having turkey, and also mourning his passing, that he's actually there working really hard with a team of reindeer, even though only 6. Okay, you can't have everything. Betty says, I think the bird is flying in front of the house, so no shadow. Yes, I think that's very good theory, actually. I'm buying that one. That's from Belinda. I think that is a good explanation of what's happening. It's probably just optical illusion. It's supposed to be in front, slightly away from the house. But because of the lack of shading, it looks flat, like it's stuck on the roof. Because even anything stuck on the roof, it's a very odd angle for an artist to choose to place an object there. Kind of, in the middle of nowhere, in an awkward position. So I think the flying, distance perspective that is missing there is probably making sense. For this mystery. Another day, another mystery. Oh, Suzanne says, I found a puzzle of the same artwork, and it is a bird. But does it look like it's flying in front of the house or stuck on top of the roof? Michelle says they're on strike. The reindeer. Yes, I mean it's hard work in a Christmas season. They have to work every day, flying everywhere, and they can't stop and have some Christmas food. It's hard work, man. Okay, here. So this is my final color, even though I've got a few more stitches to go, okay? So every stitch counts. And at the end of every stream, the regulars know, we play a game called Guess My Stitches. And it's for you to guess how many stitches the yogi has made since the beginning of the stream. And if you weren't here and you go, I have no idea, me either, don't worry. You and me both. I have no clue how many stitches I made, but the chat might have some idea. They're cunning. They have their own formula, their own message. It's called wild guess, most of them. Oh, so join in. No skills are required. Absolutely no skills are required. You just come forward and just come up with a number, and that's it. And, you know, if you want to lurk, you can go back lurking or come and join us. It's good fun. All right. And let me just do this one here. Let me see if there are any more stitches here. In fact, I'll do one more. Let me do a yogi move it away and do one more stitch. Okay, so I've got one more stitch to go. Do a very cunning yogi move here to anchor this thread away, because I'm taking the thread way down. And that will be here. All right, and if you win, my goodness, you get praises from all the stitches here. Some of them are aliens, and all the stitches beyond. Okay, in the stitching world. You know, so you get to enjoy the delicious buffet with yogi. It's tremendous, and every day we have a feast. And you don't get stuff like this anywhere else. Only here on Yogi Stream, okay? And let me bring on my super duper Guess My Stitches machine, the Christmas edition. Here we go. Boom. There you go. Let me pop this back 14154, okay? And while you're contemplating on your numbers, and come forward to offer it, I'm going to give you a very quick recap of this piece. So this is Christmas House 2. It's an artwork by Steve Crisp, not AI, okay? I believe it's a human name, or maybe it's a computer name. It's actually, the full name is Steve Crisp 29605 or something. You know, it's actually a bot. But I think it's an actual human. Okay, so this is not an AI piece. Okay, don't panic. And the panda looks very human. All right, it's almost moving. It feels like it's alive. And so today I've, you know, pretty much for the remaining Christmas stitching, if I'm going to be focusing on this area, this panel, window panel here, where the panda is. And if I get to even close to finishing it, I might move to another area. No clue. And you know, so far so good. This is only week 2, and we're here. So think about it. We have until Christmas, and also we have a epic Christmas stitching day. So maybe 24th, which is Wednesday, we do one, and then the following day we do a grand, you know, Christmas stitching to finish, to complete today, this year's Christmas stitching. So it's going to be great fun, and I will have sufficient time to maybe even, you know, bring it close to completion. So this is my plan. It's going well. The panda is here. Okay, that's a good start. So come join me. Okay, every Wednesday we do Christmas stitching until Christmas Day. Here we go. So are you ready? Let's have a look at our numbers today. From the top, Kimberly, yes, 310. Nikki, 440. Oh, Nikki likes me today. You're my favorite today. And Laura, 356. Lona, 410. And Lakika, 307. Betty, 461. Oh, you're my favorite. Don't tell Nikki. You're my favorite today. And Chloe, 421. And Janine, 324. And Suzanne, 350. Jackie, going with 407 because I have no idea. Yes, that's a way to do it. Yes, you're on the right track. 407. And Henny, 231. Ring, 296. Pink penguin, yes, alert, we like it, 367. And Natty 385. And diamonds alert as well, good to see you, 355. And Michelle Fuller 329. Oh, two, both Michelle Fuller and Bess came up with the same number. Oh, they've been exchanging notes. These stitchers are very cunning indeed. And Simone 308. Susan 235. Oh, Grace 235. Thank you, my little assistant here. Yes, Grace's number is 235 before she left us. And Betty Lou Taylor 345. And Susan's number is 299. And Busy Mom 290. Clara 381. And Monique 244. Colleen 269. And Candace, good to see you, 298. And Katrina, yes, it's Katrina, isn't it? 413. Oh, I like you too. Very nice. Guys, are you ready to see today's number and for the grand reveal of our winner today? Boom. The apps is coming. The app does not lie. It's late, guys. Here we go. Are you ready for the number? 3, 2, 1. Boom. Ooh, okay. The grand total of the number of stitches Yogi has completed today is 321. It's 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. There you go. Who is our winner today? It could be multiple ones. We find the closest numbers, okay? So it's 321. Who is around 300? We've got 310 from Kim Lee. And 321. Oh, Janine, 324. Anyone closer? Anyone actually has 321, 329, slightly further. I think we've got a winner here, Janine. I think Janine has won before, haven't you? Yes, second time. Wow, Janine knows what she's doing. I think it's Janine, isn't it? Am I correct? Yes, Janine is our winner tonight, everyone. Second time. I remember Janine won once before. Yes, well done. I'm very, very close to the actual number as well. And so there you go, Janine. You have won before. You know what's coming? The adoration and admiration from everyone from the stitching world, echoing nice and loud here. And the buffet is coming as well. Yes, some crowns. Yes, some crowns for Janine. And maybe some Dolly as well. Why not? We have Dolly today. Might as well. Well, we haven't got a visit from Dolly today, but let's flash the Dolly emoji, okay, for Janine here. Okay, yes, Janine says, oh, it's me. Yes, absolutely. And the buffet and the prawns. Yes, and prawns is now staple of the group. Yes, and all the delicious food from all over the world. Oh, guys, thank you for joining me today. It's so much fun. Yes, Dolly's coming. Yes, Dolly. And this is all for you, Janine, okay? Enjoy the victory for me. And we have so much with our buffet, so digging everyone. Everyone can have a slice of pizza, but only just one slice, okay? And one item from every buffet. Oh, guys, so from sleepy London town, 22 past midnight here. Yogi signing out. Okay, and give Yogi and the guys in Europe here some 99 love, and send us to bed, sweet dream, and dream about Dolly. Okay, Christmas Dolly. And I'll see you tomorrow here, tomorrow Thursday, stitch whatever you want day, okay? And we'll be here and we'll come together for another spot of stitching. And chat, of course, and debate about a red bird, maybe, and the fate of Santa Claus. I don't know what's happening with that piece. So 99 from Yogi here. Good night, everyone, wherever you are. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night from here in London. Night night. Bye bye. Bye.